Alrighty then, guys. You know what time it is? Time for pre-market into stock market Friday. Welcome everybody to another FX Evolution live stream. We are ready. Friday, the day that we go into lockdown in Melbourne. For any other people in Melbourne, my commiserations. My commiserations, I guess. It's not very good here. We're getting locked in for 5 days. That probably means we're doing a whole bunch of live streams next week. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope everyone's having a great morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone around the world. We have Johnny Bravo, Stephen, Lewis. Great to hear that you are having a good day. Aaron, good to have you here. Marco, Alex, David. Everyone's joining us. Joel, Davey B. So many things we're talking about. Samurai Jack, welcome in. So today's an interesting one because it's Friday. And what do we know about Fridays? It's not only is it the last day of the week, guys, but it's also the day that tends to have the potential of some sell-off. And we've been talking about how the stock market, the S&P 500, hit that 39, 30-ish zone. It hit that resistance, that trend line we'll be looking at very, very shortly. I made a video about it, and I kind of said that we should be returning back to the 20 moving average, at least. Now, yesterday was up and down all around. I was watching it. I was kind of there, half asleep, watching it open. But now it's come down a little bit in the futures. So what does today have in store for it? We'll be doing that very, very soon. Dave G says, poor Tom. Yes, unfortunately, guys, we're in lockdown. In Australia, they decide that they just want to freeze all the businesses for 5 days. Oh, well, it is what it is. So silver, 27.18 this morning. Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq all down slightly in the futures. We have crude and Brent also down. US dollar is up, which was kind of our thoughts a little bit there on TradingView. We were getting some structure. We'll go through the structure very shortly because I think there's always good things we can learn here. And how about them cryptos? I'm kind of happy with this one here as well. Thank you very much. This SEC Demon XRP thing, it's back a little bit. But yeah, we had Bitcoin moving through here, Litecoin, so many other coins moving very, very heavily. Forex as well. Interesting moves going on there. So it's actually been a really good trading market. Is everyone else finding there's pretty good trades? Jonathan Wee says, NVIDIA just had a breakout. Any thoughts? Don't you worry, Jonathan. We've been talking about NVIDIA sneaking up there for quite some time. Let's quickly get into the charts. Let's begin the session with dollar index because, there's some nice trading here. Let's look at this 15-minute. Does anyone see market structure here? Anyone see some nice market structure? I certainly do. Resistance, support, very nice. Beautiful structure through this zone. We get the breakout. It hits that last high, comes back down, breaks to a new high, and then of course goes to that 90.66. If we have a think about where that's pushing towards, well, firstly, how long should it go? It should go around this distance. It is into the 20 moving average on the 4 hour, I would expect by now. So that's the expectation of what we have. It stops just before at that previous resistance, and it's now having a little bit of a struggle. So I'm going to watch this zone quite closely with you guys today, but have a look at this 4 hour. And for some reason, this chart has no moving averages on it. Let me just see if I can load moving averages. And then it does that to us. And there's no moving averages still. That's not working out, is it? All right, let's just go over to one that does have moving averages on it. We'll use that. Here we go. Change this to dark. Go dollar index, and we'll go to the 4 hour. There we go. That's the problem with having so many tabs. So we've actually smashed past the 20 moving average here on the 4 hours. And we're basically just correcting. But this is everything you want to see in market structure. Support, heavy momentum, buying coming through here. Pin bar, hammer, whatever you want to call it. All of this is broken off and there's some really nice trading in there. I'm sure a few of you have got this one. So yeah, nice. Dollar index doing that. That means, of course, the euro has started to come back down. If you're thinking about where the euro could go to, and even with the dollar index, one of the things I'm also looking at is fib retracements. I usually believe a lot in 38.2 fib retracements to the 50 level. I still think it could be that we're in dollar index shorting, but either way, 38.2 50 level, that's the kind of zone that we're going to target. All right, let's go over to the room here. Siddharth says, problem with every weed high is it doesn't last long. Went from dank to tank. That's correct, Siddharth. So for anyone that was getting into Tilray, I hope there's not too many of you guys that got into Tilray at the wrong price. You have to preempt this type of thing. And when a stock is opening so heavily, you've got to take profit off the table. You've got to take profit off the table. Yesterday, did you guys see this stock? What is this? I'm not even sure if this is a data error. Sundial went to $1. I was watching that during the open. I was like, what? $1? Why did I not have some random limit in for it? But look, it hit the 4. We had many take profit levels on this one throughout the kind of move up. Let's have a look at the 2-hour chart here. So originally we had $1.68. I just want to see this because $1.68 previous resistance. All right, makes sense. Then we had, I think it was around $2. Previous kind of supports here at $2. And it hovered there for like 2 seconds. Then after that, where was the next structure? $4. Where did it get to? $4. So it actually went crazy. It fully hit all of the resistances. And I think all of them were great sell levels. And then the $4 got reached yesterday. I don't have much faith this thing comes back. I think this is in the lurches. Whenever you get a double chance as well, good get out of jail kind of tactic is stocks aren't Bitcoins. So generally the way that it works, if you get like a crash like this and it goes like that and then it quickly retraces, as soon as you get that epic crash and you know it's already on a trajectory to the moon, it's a great time for you to possibly scale out of it on the pickup. You'll never usually get the high again, but you will get somewhere about like a 76.8, 61.8. It's literally blowing off in front of your eyes. Jagzilla says from dank to stank. Yes. Yeah. Last says PLNHF, best weed stock. Dustin said I went from 100% to 80. Does that mean you're up 80% still, Dustin, or 100% and 80 is not good? Yeah, a few people talking about, of course, the weed stocks. Look, weed stocks were the thing that was really moving in the last couple of days. But when it got on, when we saw this, it was pretty much all over, unfortunately. So just remember, when you're looking at these, let's look at Tilray now. We'll look at these throughout the night because I know a lot of people want to talk about Tilray, I'm sure. Think about what happened here. It went up, it got demolished, and I mean demolished. Like that went 67 down to 47 in a matter of seconds, pretty much. Then it went back up, didn't hit the high. This is a massive blow-off sign. Gap, blow-off sign. Learn it so you don't get stuck in these again. And then just got absolutely crushed. Now in Bitcoin world, it's weird because it does this. Gap, bang. Gap, woo, back onto new highs. That's unusual. Bitcoin must be one of the only things I've ever seen that can handle something like this. But this, I do actually believe in the stock, and I actually think the stock's quite good, but it has to come probably back down into here. It's almost at a fair value, you'd almost say. But weed stocks do this. Thank you very much to the subscribers coming in as well. Dustin said, I sold at 320 yesterday. Paper hands. That's all right. You don't want to be diamond hands on this stock here when it does that. No worries with taking a profit, Dustin. Jagzilla said, seemed like all the markets had a bot hiccup. There certainly was a lot of transactions going on yesterday, wasn't there, in the markets? We have here pre-market $50. There was a little bit of a pickup. Pretty much yesterday was pretty weak on that GME, but still holding that 50. It's holding the base, and remember, sentiment is key. At market here, a little bit pre-up. But yeah, it's all looking a bit tough. Let's go through what the dollar index is doing to a few pairs. So interestingly, silver is actually holding above 27, but gold broke back below our 1830 mark. So we were hoping that wasn't going to happen. I mean, I wasn't particularly trading anything in here because it's just not strong enough for me. This was our target level that we wanted to see, 1870, 1875. This area here, you get above. It's actually a little inverse, a little head and shoulders here on the smaller time frames. Go into the 1 hour, you'll probably start to see it. Strong trend line, a strong kind of horizontal coming off here, that 1833, and then it closed below and it's kind of completed now. So gold is mixed signals. Silver is less mixed. It's trying to get past. We'll make these numbers a little bit bigger for everyone as well. So it's really trying to get up there, move above. That's the kind of thing that we would like to see, but yeah. All right, let's take a few suggestions here while I just cover off the rest of the market. So just chuck in a couple of big blue chips. We will be looking at NVIDIA very soon. We're also going to look at cryptocurrencies very soon, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, a few others. But I do believe that silver is still looking like it's more bullish than gold at this stage. The structure is better. We've got a series of a little bit higher kind of lows here. It's not clear on a Friday for trade. This is very, very tough trading in here. Not a clear direction. We like to be part of this. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Oh, sorry, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We don't want the other way. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, etc. When we're part of that type of thing, awesome. When we're part of weird in the between, you're really more scalping up and down and just saying, okay, sell from here, down to here, buy from here, up to there. That's the kind of thing. Tesla, Disney, a few other requests. Yeah, we'll check those out. Let's have a look at Tesla. So Tesla's been buying off 800. I saw an article today that's a few people actually saying that it's almost worth shorting Tesla now. So there's some people talking, or there's some chatter there. Maybe someone or one of the mods in the room or something can let us know. But I do believe in our private Discord community, someone mentioned that. So Tesla's got this 800 support. We know it busted through the other day, but let's call this market structure here. What's going on in this market structure? Well, there is accumulation here on this little 1 hour. We've got buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure, and then there was a heavy sell pressure that came through. I'm going to do some top down here. So I'm going to go at least daily. Actually, no, we need to go all the way for top down. Oh, that's a bad looking monthly. But the monthly's not closed. But one thing, there's some paper hands up here, guys. This is not the area that we want to be buying Tesla shares, because it's rejected once. It's currently rejected twice. Now, when was the last time we actually saw a monthly Tesla candle close low? Here and here with wicks. Big wicks like this. Big rejections. Actually, only twice through its bull run. Here it was bad. Here it was less bad. Now we're getting a second monthly. We're still halfway through, but we'll have to see how it goes. Weekly, how's that looking? Weekly, no different really to other consolidation periods. So consolidation still looks all right. Go to the daily. How do we break that one down? Let's have a look here. Okay, so daily, we know that the 80, the 800 here, acting as support. Tesla, easy rule of thumb, put horizontal lines every $50 and every $100. If we literally just put every single time it gets to 700, every single time, oh, I don't want that line, but every single time it gets to these zones, that's the good psychological level for that. So it's actually very, very excellent, these kind of areas. $800, go down to the 4 hour. Rejection candle, bad candle. That's bad. That's actually a rejection style candle coming into the support. So we need Tesla to hold today. And if Tesla can get above this candle, close above here, I would not be surprised at all for an 880, 875 level. But we must get above this. We must take out the shorts. Little short stop losses above here. That would be where they're squeezing it down. So you can see that straight away from that. You keep going down. You go down to probably a 15-minute here because of the structure. A series of lower highs on the smaller time frame, possibly going to make a high here, but we're down in the pre-market. Everything here, very, very interesting. But I'm thinking this is more short than long right now. Must clear this level for me to believe back to those highs, back to those 880 levels. Anything that crushes under here, back to the 750 at least. I don't think that stops it. 750. Andre Sherbina, CLP 10,000. Thank you. That's very generous, Andre. Hi, Tom. Thanks for Google yesterday. I sold call credit spreads that made some dollars. Can you look at FSR for resistance, also TLT for short-term rallies, and UNG for higher targets? Love this channel. Thank you very much, Andre. Wow, that's a lot. We're going to go through them, though. We will do that. So we'll probably go through them over time, Andre, but I will do them over the next half an hour, okay? So we'll start with one of those in just a few moments. So that's my thoughts on Tesla right now. Does that make sense to you guys? That's the way I'm kind of breaking it down. 880 is an absolute clear resistance. I don't know what was going on with this weird 900. We got just underneath there last time, and this market is really pressuring the 800. You must hold above the 800. You close underneath. I am not surprised at all to see a 750. Kevin N says Tesla is the most wildly overvalued stock in history. It certainly is. But I don't look, full disclosure, I have probably got Elon stock, as in Tesla, but I don't have any personal holdings of this. I would have it through exchange traded funds. That being said, do I like its valuation? Not particularly, but have I liked its valuation for the last 12 months? No. Has the trend been up? Yeah. From a trading perspective, you follow the trend. You never, ever, ever attack this stock. How many people have gone bust trying to stop Tesla? Never stop the Tesla. But we must recognize the patterns. All right, let's do one of these for Andre. Let's go with, I'm glad you made some money there on Google. That's excellent. Let's have a look here at FSR. Fisker. A very spiky looking stock. Wow, look at this buy zone. Pre-market, it's up 11%. Trying to clear a few of these levels. Okay, we got clearance. Well, firstly, I'm going to put my little horizontal line right here. Because wow, that thing buys off that zone crazily. But now that we're getting a 17.15 open, I assume you own this one, Andre. So hopefully you do, because it's up a little bit. Where do we clear off? Let's have a look at the weekly. Okay, interesting. Heaps of rejection wicks. Is this the one, Andre? Hopefully this is the one. This is very cool. So rejection wicks, if we get a clear above those, which actually it's not that far away from now, 1780, we get a close weekly above this zone, we could really be in for some nice moves up to the 2250 kind of zone. You can see that last time it got through those areas, that's where it went. It's also a lot of, there's a couple little bit of resistance structure through this area. So where it is right now, I'd expect it to go 1715, let's say, up to maybe the 1760, 1750 zone, probably 1750, find some resistance. And if it does get through this area, it could be rocket shipping like last time. Just because it's got nothing in between here and all the way that 22, 2250. Good luck on this one. Nice, beautiful buy zone though. Really like that. TLT. Okay, we'll have a look at that. I think so when you request these things, I'm always going to assume that it's going to be the American market. If it's not, please put it in. Because we've had that a few times where people have requested stuff. This one here, well, firstly, daily, it's clearly in a downtrend. It seems to just be kind of running off this moving average. It's actually started speeding up in its decline. You can see it went to the 20 recently rather than 50. Interesting. It's a raise that quickly. Have a look on support right now. Could be the end of kind of its decline, but when you see a decline like this, you don't just buy it. That's like buying a falling knife. The better thing to do here is to wait for structure. So we want to wait for accumulation, breakout. That's a tick because we've got 2050 cross here on the weekly. This is a significant cross. It hasn't happened for quite some time. Last time signaled further consolidation, see? Until it was moving back up. Further consolidation decline. So I'd wait for structure. You could wait for it to break past this high here. When that does so, you'll be part of the participation phase. The participation phase would probably push to 170. Not a bad stock. Don't mind the levels. I would not buy it here even though it's on support. I would wait for structure. If that's the stock. Okay, we've got some other questions coming in here. Yes, we use the 20 exponential, 50 exponential, 200 simple. I may have the 200, the 50. Oh, I've got the 50 exponential on here. Cool. Yep. Lachlan says Tesla is undervalued. Don't dislike the stream if you're a lover of Tesla. OCAD says, at FX Evolution, what do you think about KTRA and GHSI? I don't know them, so we will have a look at one of them, OCAN, because you keep posting it, so we'll have a look at that. Andre has one other here, which was UNG. We'll have a quick look at UNG as well. Probably this stock, yes. This one here, higher targets, I see why straight away. So you're definitely identifying a very nice accumulation structure. It's good volume coming through here as well. You can see the volume increasing in the trade after some stabilization. Has had some kind of like boomy, busty kind of areas. 20, 50 just underneath, which will act as dynamic support. This looks pretty nice. 11 resistance, makes sense. A clear of 11 now, probably targets in 12, and then that targets 13. Notice this stock likes trading to the dollars. It really likes trading to the dollars. Finds resistances and supports all over the dollars. So I'm thinking something like this. Buys here a little bit. Goes through 11, comes back. Goes up to 12, comes back. Goes up to 13, comes back. If it gets through 13, it seems like it goes to like a 14.50. This is the right amount of accumulation. It's actually, if we go down a little bit here, these are interesting, by the way. If you may not like this stock at all or care about it, anything, the same TA applies, remember, to anything that you're doing. So whether it's a commodity, whether it's a crypto, it doesn't matter. Hopefully you guys enjoy this stuff. But yeah, this is kind of like a little inverse head and shoulders on a slope incline. It's not my kind of favorite cup of tea to use it as a pattern. I just like to think, what's an inverse head and shoulders really telling us? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Now, someone will say, Tom, you're mad. That's the crappiest inverse head and shoulders I've ever seen, Tom. Let's just say you said that. I'd say, okay, that doesn't really matter. I don't care what you think about the pattern. What is it telling us? It's telling us the market was declining. The market then went down and it hit a new low or a new trough down here, which was the head. It then came up, made a new high actually, and then failed to even come back down to the last low over here or even close to this low and found buying pressure. That's what a pattern is. It's the psychology of the market saying, whoa, 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 things are changing, guys. Things are changing. Let's get this in. Nice move, consolidation. Beautiful. Yep, I like it. It's cool. Keep checking that one out. Now, I have to do that stock. We'll do one of yours here, okay? We will do KTRA because I don't know. I probably should know what it is. No, I probably shouldn't know what it is. All right. So we've got a $2.56 stock here, down 5% after a very nice move. There's probably some fundamentals here. For me, $3 would have been the target. I would have missed this last 30 cents. It's okay to miss some of the money. It's okay to miss some of the money. Previous supports were around 3. You know I target these numbers. Once we broke through these wicks, very nice. It's come down to the correct support, though it is down underneath that. Let's just dial in here a little bit. Go to the 2 hour. Okay. 245. By the way, if you hear music, it's because some of my neighbors, kids or something, I believe they're having a party because they're partying all the way to 12 o'clock when we all get we get locked down. It's pretty funny. Instantly they organized a party. We've got resistances here. We've got supports, 245, 20 moving average, probably around that area as well. I think it's finding support, it's finding buying pressure, but at the same time, it's not like a great TA where I'm like, I'm super feeling this. There has already been a nice move. It's back to the correct support. There's probably a fib that you might want to take over that as well. Sam KR says, what will happen to AMC today? All right. We've actually been pretty good at picking the AMC levels. So for all AMC traders, this is all that matters. GME traders, BB traders, NOC traders. The only thing that matters is this. 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes. That's all that matters. Whatever happens in the first 30 minutes, that's what matters. And we've got a couple other donations go in. If it's bullish, then it's bullish, and we're going to see continuation. If it's bearish, we're going to see bearish continuation. Daniel Blake, $2, OG. Okay, Daniel, thank you very much for the donation there. Appreciate that one. OG is we will continue to look at GME, AMC throughout the stream. Don't worry. We'll be looking at it into the stream, into the open. We'll be looking at Tilray as well, watching a few others. OG here is basically been pumped and then pretty heavily dumped. What is it? It's an agricultural commodities. Okay. So it's not the traditional pump dump like a pharmaceutical. You always know if a pharmaceutical comes out, it's like, yeah, let's buy the rumor, and it got FDA approval, and who cares? It might run up for one day and then it goes down again. 389 here, back to this little resistance. Not strong, not a strong level. It is up 394, so it did bounce a little bit. I wish you all the best on this one, but I'm not seeing anything that tells me, wow, I'm happy with this pullback or anything. Probably take like a fib. It's very tough here, very tough on this one. I guess I'd take a fib from the bottom to the top. It's already gone a little bit further than the 0.5 that I would have liked. Are we back above the 0.5? Cool, we're back above the structure. See how it closes today. You get a bullish engulfing. You get this candle gapping up here and closing above this one. That's a good sign. Above the 20 on the 2 hour, above this kind of close would be nice. Getting some sentiment back in. Good luck, Daniel. $77. Sandollar, you always do it for me, man. $4 for a coffee and a sticker there. Thank you very much, $77. I am feeling great this week, though. We're going into Friday strong. Took one day off. We will be looking at NVIDIA. Don't worry. Thank you very much. Will Justin, £5. He says, loving the stream, thinking about QTT, Boxel, and QFin for sells today. Thoughts? You're a brave person, Will. Will is about to embark on short selling. Tough to short sell, easier to buy. But let's have a look at a few of them. This thing, QTT. Okay. Embarking on a short sell on QTT. I don't quite get this one. It's in an uptrend. When you're short selling, you generally want to see structure. So I like to see like structure like this and then a breakdown against that structure. The thing with short selling is so hard. It's so hard. Like you might have gone at $480 GME is a short. Everyone knows, let's just say. Yeah, sure, that's fine. But you probably would have thought the GME was a short at $80. I actually did. I thought it was a short. I didn't get into it because I know things can be very obscene. But the point is that you could have got crushed like some of those hedge funds did by the short squeeze. This, I would like to see more structure. I don't feel like it's at a heavy resistance if this is the stock. But yeah, we'll look at the next one. QTT, it's probably not for me from a technical perspective. Boxel. Another one that's running up pretty hard. All right. Again, I don't feel like it's hitting my levels. It had a big close yesterday. You're playing kind of like a risk. We know that things that have gone on runs, like look at this one before. What's the previous market history telling us about this thing? Oh my God. This thing's crazy. When it goes hard. Look at it. Multiple gaps. It went from $1 to just under $5 in a few days. So again, one that's in the uptrend at the moment. Follow the price action. If you want a short, my opinion is more wait for the structure, wait for the close, get into it. And let's have a look at QFin. Also another stock going nuts. This one actually has broken to a new high. Again, I would not fight trend. I understand thinking, yes, this is very far away from the 20. But how many of us, how many out there, how many of you guys trading out there have fallen into the trap trying to short? I'll put my hand up. I'll say, yes, I have done this before. More than once. And I would say my track record with it is worse than coin flip. So I would not go against this one either on the daily here. There's just not enough structure just yet. If you're going to be in the smaller time frames, again, look at this. The trend is so hard up. Wait for things to close below. Maybe you need to wait for a 15-minute close under a certain moving average to show that the structure is changing. That's when I would get into it. Thank you very much, Will. Good luck. That's actually a really good question because we used it and we could see that we were finding a whole bunch of things going up in trends. By the way, Siddharth, don't worry. I'll fix the chat thing for you a little bit later. Pedrola coming in with $2. What do you think of PBR? Okay, we'll check that one out. PBR. Petrolio. I kind of like that name, Petrolio. All right, firstly, we have no idea what this is, so we must check the monthly first. What is going on with the Petrolio? Okay. Found a base. Came back and tested the base. This is actually what I expected the stock market to do. So generally the stock market declines like this. It goes up and everyone's like, woo, rally, woo. Then it comes back down and then it comes back up. And when it breaks through here, you know it's the end of the... It's completely, utterly, especially when that happens on like a monthly or a weekly. When that happens, it's the gravy train of the 8-year bull market. We didn't see that this time. We just went like this. Yeah. That's how we went. Thanks to the J-Pow. So firstly, monthly here, it's kind of just floating. That's fine. Well, we know where it is now. Go down to the weekly. Check that out. What do we got? 2050 here. Nice little cross going on here, guys. Beautiful. Acting as our dynamic support, the level we want to see. 1250. Very cool. 1250 target, maybe, off these levels. Let's go down to the daily now. Nice structure. A little bit of base forming, a little bit of volume on those shorts there. This is the volume down here. And I would probably be looking for a clear of maybe this high, just to show me it's back in. If you want to buy it around these levels, yeah, it's all right. But it's not a super kind of strong thing. Notice we have got above this area, and that's why it's finding resistance, becoming support around the same level. 1250 is going to be a struggle for it because it started coiling before that point. I feel like it's just going to bust 1250, and of course long term $16 to $17 resistance. Things are looking okay. Watch the candles, watch the closes. Probably more buy than sell on this one. Got some other donations coming in here. Sandollar77, $5. Thank you very much, Sandollar. The QQQ and the IWN, the DJ has been over pumped. Trading was flat. Nothing exciting. So many dip buys, algorithmic trading, boring. Yeah, that's right, Sandollar. Yesterday was boring on the US 100 or the QQQ. Let's have a look at QQQ trade yesterday. Strange trade. Go to the 1 hour. Go to the 5 minute, I reckon even here, because I was watching it a little bit. What weirdness was going on yesterday? So it had that rally, and then we basically declined, moved up, declined, moved up, and actually stayed within a relatively tight range. That's pretty important. We now look at the US 100 futures. You can see here that they've gone down through the session and then just recovered recently. So now we're basically to a flat point. But there has been some weird spikes I've noticed here. Let's go to the 1 hour. Can you see all these spikes? So we get spike 1, decline. We get spike 2 with buy rallying. We get spike 3 with buy rallying. I feel like this is trapping retail traders. I almost can see it. I can see it in Wall Street's eyes. They're just evil. They're there. They're dumping the market with quick flashes because these are quite fast. Like this one over here was a few minutes. This one over here was a few minutes. This one over here. And they're met by lots of buying demand. I almost feel like it's like quickly we flash the market like 1% or 0.5%. All the dip buyers buy in, as Sandollar said. And they go, yeah, slightly better price. FOMO, it just stonks go up. And I feel like it's trapping here because we did hit that trend line we'll talk about soon. So today is very important for the US 100. We'll continue watching it. Nvidia coming soon. Sam Tep, $2. Can you help look at Yi? Thank you very much, Sam Tep. Yi. I don't know what it is. What? This Yi? Sam Tep, could you please message me and just make sure it's this one? Oh, I think it's this one because it bulled crazy and then declined quite a lot. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, we don't want to use a 2-week chart. Yep. All right. Went nuts recently. Fair enough. Daily is horrible. 4 hour is bad. I'm sorry to tell you. It's not looking great. 2 hour rejection there. Let's go the 1 hour. Some base formation with a slightly bullish open. Okay, so maybe today is a little bit green for this one. This is bad, bad, bad though. And what I mean by that, it's kind of similar to everything else we've been seeing that's pumping then dumping. Take a fib retrace to the opposite side. The best that you can really hope for here is probably here and here, somewhere in this section. Maybe it gets to a 786, but yeah, look, the buy here is good. 25.10, breach this resistance, breach that little bit of support, create the sentiment back up for whatever reason it was, and hopefully get back into these zones. Good luck with that one, Sam, but I do not like the price action around it. I kind of feel like it's blow off, but you obviously need to make your decisions there. I got another one coming in from Super Duper Hayseed Farm Boy, $2. Super Duper, do you like have a lot of agricultural stocks, as in weed stocks? You probably do, I'm pretty sure. Johnny Bravo said that is the same structure nearly all penny stocks are making. It's true, Johnny. And why is that structure happening? What, you mean the structure down the bottom? Johnny? This one here? $77 is correct. SNDL is tied to call options buying by, of course, Wall Street Bets, Reddit group, newbie investors beware. Absolutely. It's a very gamblery stock. You've got to be very careful there. All right, let's have a look at NVIDIA. I want to look at a blue chip stock for a minute here. I'm sure the community wants to look at a blue chip stock. NVIDIA. What is going on here? Let's have a look at the daily. Ooh, that's some hot stuff. So we talked about this structure on the stream, guys. We did. I hope a few of you have been getting into a bit of that NVIDIA cheese recently, because it has broken out. It has officially closed above. Pre-market, it's only up 0.28. Not very interesting. These stocks tend to move a little bit though, but we actually are out above. We're above the resistance. We're at a pretty interesting level. I like how NVIDIA's finally coiled and broken out. And yes, it is kind of going for some interesting distance. Now, the problem with it, the only issue, is if I'd rather all of these most recent price actions here, one of them had touched up here. So I could just say, easy, take this distance, extrapolate this distance out, pull in pretty much the demon, 666, the devil, and then be like, yeah, done. The main issue is we saw most of the structure like this. So you take the movement and you say, well, did it just finish? Even though we got breakouts to new highs, the actual channel structure most recently just finished. So that has me in two minds. I actually like the company a lot. So I already own this company, but this is the type of one that I'm in two minds about the TA. It's not as clean as something like a Net the other day or other stocks that we've seen before. But I like it a lot, and it is clearly a breakout. What was the one we saw recently that had done this for quite some time? Netflix. So we'd actually had that breakout with not really a touch to the resistance in some time. I prefer it where it goes like this. Bang, 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 bang. It comes down, bang. When it does that, I like it a lot, because what it's telling us is it's gone support, resistance all the way through. Then instead of hitting the support this last time, it bounces kind of in the halfway or even before that. It's just touched this resistance, so you know it's really thinking about that level, and then it cracks out. And when that happens, it tends to really give you the great technical. Sam Tep, $2 says, thank you. No worries, Sam. Good luck. Thank you very much. Trey says, today is going to be fun. Every stock trading day is fun, Trey. Sade says, today is the day we make money. Oh. Mid-South says, lost a ton with Tilray and APHA. I'm sorry to hear that, Mid. I do think that possibly Tilray and APHA might bounce back a little bit, because especially Tilray is actually a pretty decent company. And I mentioned it before, like for me, I mean, I'm not fundamentally analyzing this every single, like what exactly is this worth or anything, because I'm not doing that on weed stocks at the moment. It takes a bit of time to do the full fundamentals on something. But I will say that I feel like this 30, like the pre-market, you can see here's up a little. I feel like it's not that bad a price considering the blow off, and also considering the structure that we've seen so far. So we did gap up, we did move even higher, then we moved down. Let's go down to the 1 hour here. Is it traditional? So it, like for me, this was the warning sign. As soon as that happened, well, for me, I already was kind of scaling. But this particular stock, as soon as it hit this area, yeah, that was insane. And then it went down and it quickly bounced. As soon as that down happened, I was like, you know, that is clearly blowing off. But we're back down here. Surely there's some rally that should come into something like Tilray at these levels. Remember, they had good announcements. It was good. Super duper hayseed farm boy says $2, says 25 head of cattle, wondering about ALOS. A lot of people don't know this, but I actually grew up on a farm, so don't worry. I had more than 25 head of cattle, actually. I counted them. I considered how much they were worth. Sent them to the market. It's kind of like trading stocks. Here we have, yeah, so I think Tilray's okay. What was the other one you had there? I'm sure it's just another hemp one. What do you think, Sandollar? Do you think Tilray is at the price? Johnny? Dave? Siddharth? What are you guys thinking? Aussie Craig says, great channel, mate. No, thank you, Aussie. You're not in Melbourne, I hope there, Aussie Craig. Otherwise, because you're locked down, you have to join us next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Are you Aussie? Yes, I am, Jared. Jager Croft, Canadian, $5. Thank you very much, Jager. I've seen you a few times here. Can we take a look at FNGU? It's just split. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Hopefully it's updated as well. Let me just quickly do something, guys. Just going to load this up on the left-hand side. FNGU. Oh. What's it split to? Is this the split and it's been redone? Should have been, probably. Well, the actual movement's been really, really awesome. All right, cool. I got that ready. This is very, very nice movement. And it's been following kind of moving averages. It's getting a bit extreme. See? So we know, again, learn from the history as much as we can with the technical analysis. Look at this. Left-hand side here, guys. What have we got going on? 20 moving average, pretty much holding it all the way up. Bounce, 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 bounce. Extends away from the level. Wow, that was a lot of donations that just came in. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate that a lot. A lot. So we see the movement here and it extends super far away from the 20. Then it comes down and consolidates. Then it goes back to its little 20 moving average move up. Where are we right now in the process of extension? We're actually quite far away from the 20. Let's take our little kind of distance meter here. Not that this is a strategic approach, but we'll do it anyway. Yeah, it's interesting. We're about as far away again from the 20 moving average. So for me, the way I look at FNGU is I kind of feel like this particular thing is getting a little bit far away from the 20 and is due for a pullback. Is the trend down? No. Is it going to crash? Doesn't look like it right now. Would I sell it? No. Like, is in sell it against it and short sell? No. But possibly it's one of those things where you need to make your decision of, do you have a get out of, do you want to get out here or are you happy to ride it through those movements? All right, we just got a whole bunch of donations. So thank you so much. Thank you again, Jager Croft. Good luck with this one. Al Borello says desktop metal ink DM. All right, let's check that out. Thank you again to the 955 people we've got coming in very early here for the US stock market pre-open. We're looking at stocks right now with some donations. We will be doing a cover of some of the broader markets. I'll be going through some more discussions there on oil and other things, gold, silver, Bitcoin. We haven't even done our crypto discussion yet, but I do like that XRP. I must mention that one. Desktop metals. So this is Alberello. Basically, we've got here about 34.98, is it? It's pulling back. 20 moving average has held this one almost every time here, Alberello. So this got through a little bit, came back to support though at 16. Then it went not quite to the 20 exponential, hit the 20 exponential. What have we got this time? We've got 20 exponential potentially coming in. Let me get that price. What's that price? 26.40. So it's actually kind of a little bit more of a pullback based on just the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay. 20 on the 4 hour. A little bit of bounce, 0.79 up pre-market. Do feel like it might want this one. Does it usually oh, it liked roll reversal there. Hasn't done roll reversal here yet. Here it didn't have any structure. So we can't learn much about the past history. All right, go 1 hour. Okay, so my thought process is for now, I'd be thinking it probably comes down potentially a little bit more. I do think though, if you're wondering about the buy and where, maybe it's a 1 hour double bottom, closes above here, and that triggers buying participation phase up into the highs. That'd be the way I'd be looking at it from a technical perspective. It's tough right now because of that largish move and the fact that it's not got roll reversal structure. You could also take a fib of the whole thing. Let me just pull it on, have a quick look. Yeah, 50% fib. It's at the right level. See if that little 1 hour kind of holds there. Good luck, Alberto. Luis Martinez comes in with $5. Thank you very much. With calls on AMC coming due today, will that affect price action? Technically, yes, if people take them. Also, large companies taking positions could be a small catalyst, right? Big Friday. True, Lewis. So large companies taking holdings. Let's have a look here. We're talking about AMC. So 0.89. So large companies taking positions, always good for sentiment. Holding the line. The diamond hands, raise the diamond hands for this. They are holding the line around this 550. We know the 650 has been that previous resistance. So if we're talking about what's going to be important to see in this. Okay. Support, resistance. 650 support became resistance. It's kind of like that little double bottom we're talking about with Alberto just then. We get through here, we're getting through, 1 hour 50, we're getting through a 650. We start to build confidence. Getting through here is big. Now, with a call obviously expiring, most likely a bought call, are they taking delivery or is it just kind of like a match off? Are they selling them or are they taking delivery of stock? Often, the stock has to be basically bought, so we'll see what happens there. If people start taking delivery and then holding it, sure, absolutely, Lewis. I am looking at 650 today as the key level we will be fighting towards. Sam Tep, $5. Please send your thoughts, CYDY. So just to always remind people, this is just my opinion of technical analysis education. We're always trying to find new things, help you guys understand the markets and stuff better. But please do make your own decisions based on these things. So kind of bring it into your concepts, understand it, and then you've got to always kind of identify your risks and what you need to do. CYDY, this is a health technology, biotechnology company. So they're always fun, as in vertical generally. This one here, a little bit less than usual. Verticality. Has been higher back in July 20. It's then made structure, broken past the resistance, and actually very sadly not bounced off this level. Look at this. It tried to. Here's another case of what I like to do versus what most people do. Nice looking candle rejection off the exact level you want. The only thing I'd do different, I wouldn't even wait for a close. Wait for a quick any point above 651. It's kind of like a stop. I'd put a buy stop here above 651 and take it. Nice engulf yesterday. That is very strong on the daily. We zoom out again. The structure here was meant to hold. It didn't. This daily kind of close Maybe it just took out a bunch of stop losses, hit this level, previous little resistances most recently, and it is bouncing. That's a nice engulf, and it kind of makes me think that it's pushing towards testing that 715. It should have already been doing it. It should have already been doing it. Any close above here as well, you're taking out 4-hour rejection wicks. Things are looking good here. Things are looking good here. The other good news is if you do clear the previous highs, it looks like 10's in the sights. That's where it stopped last time. That will be a heavy sell, I reckon. You'd think there's sell pressure all over that if it happened. Good luck on that one, Lewis. Oh, sorry, that was Sam. Good luck on that, Sam. The Ajax 1312, $2.99. Thank you very much, Ajax. Not even a stock, but I appreciate it a lot. Sandola 77 with the sticker saying get it done. We'll keep it up. Thank you very much. $5 there from Sandola. Always a great supporter of the channel. And Andre coming back in with CLP 10,000. That's very generous of you again there, Andre. Thank you very much. Just thanking you, Tom. Visiting my girlfriend in Chile for 3 months after 10 months closed borders because of the Ovid. I live in Seattle, WA. Great place, I've heard. I have, well, now I've got family members there in Seattle. Traded for 11 years, setting up some long-term puts on indexes and buying VIX. Interesting you should say the VIX, Andre. Let's have a look at the VIX with everyone. The VIX is at the thing. It's at the levels. The levels are happening. We know the 20. Look at this line. How long have I had this line here for? My God. All right, let's look at the weekly. Anyone that doesn't look at the VIX, always worthwhile looking at. Two things. If you're longing VIX, Andre would know this. You don't really want to hold it very long. The roll contracts are brutal. Otherwise, years ago, you just buy it when it hits 10, guaranteed money. Literally, you would think guaranteed money. A noob investor, you go, yes. Every time it goes to 10, I buy it and I guarantee profit. Especially when it's sitting at 10 for ages, because you always are going to get a volatile event coming off that. Look at this. For ages it sits here. Years and years and years before the GFC. Oh, there's nothing wrong in the economy. And there really is. Starts to get pretty chill, and there really is. Starts to get pretty chill, and we see that 18 trade war. So whenever you get like lots of months of 10, the longer it goes on, the more epic the crash usually is. But 20 is an excellent zone, and it generally stays. A normal market condition will stay underneath 20. A weird one will stay above, and that means anything can happen. Let's go down to the daily here. What's going on? Bouncing a little bit off the 20, off the 21 support, and bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. I'm going to have an alert above 24 for me today, and just in general, because we're going to clear moving averages potentially there. And if we get above 24, could be looking at some spikes back up to the 30s, back up to the 36s. It's the right area for the VIX to find some movement long. Good luck with it, Andre. Let's take some other community ones. OG Mike Sendel. So SNDL, Sundial Growers. My $1 spike candle's not there anymore. Yeah, so Sundial hit the full TP of 4. It's actually down pre-market here at 228, but I do believe this is the super dangerous version of weed stocks. There is very little backing this one other than the hype train of Reddit and Wall Street bets, and I understand there's calls all over it and all sorts of things. It's going to be wild. Let's have a look at the hour movement so we can get an idea of whether it can come back. So this is where, was this real? I still need to know this. Room, can anyone tell me in the room, was this real? Did it actually get to $1 on the line yesterday? I didn't look. Tell me if it actually happened. And if someone got hold of some units through this, I bet you no one got filled. I feel like if you touched market order down here, you would have got this price. I don't think you got filled. Yeah, 10,000 of those CLPs is actually quite generous. It's like $11 USD, as Siddharth says. So thank you again, Andre. Don't worry, chat. It's not 10,000 rupee or something. Or whatever that, what is it? I think it's the Indian currency. You get like a lot and you don't get nothing. I think one guy gave me 9 cents once or something. It was pretty funny. All right, so here's Sundial. I think that it could be in a bit of blow off, but this has me concerned if that's real. I go to the chat community to find out here. No, it didn't. Okay, it's fake data. CD says SNDL, turd all pump. CD says that. Okay, well, if it didn't get there and let's say it just went to $2, then it went to 3. Okay, traditionally, let's go to 15 minutes. Have a look at this level. What do we know? Blow-offs generally go back more than a 50. There's a chance it has a second coming. There is a chance. So they're saying there's a chance, yes. $3 potentially acts as some resistance. I do not like this at all. We talked about it a lot over here as more like, scary pumping. Here it becomes even more gambler. So if you were here, it's like, let's score it out of 10. It's a 7.5 gambler rating. Over here, it's a 9 gambler rating. Over here, it's a 10 out of 10. You are a 10 out of 10 gambler. No, actually, that's not fair. If it's up here, you're a 10 out of 10 gambler. If it's on the rise. So you're a 9 out of 10 gambler here. But I do think it's a bit of a scary level. Be careful. GME, yes, we'll look at GME. Don't worry, we'll look at GME. 0.1%, guys. Nothing to write home yet. However, we have a base formation. We have a base. Siddharth has been purchasing GME on your behalf with the diamond hands. Haven't you, Siddharth? So dailies are not good, but we're still holding a base. These rejection candles means that there is no diamond hands left when GME goes up. 60 act as resistance, sold off. However, people believe to make money off the $50 zone. So I'm thinking that with this one, what we're looking at is basically going down, dialing into the smaller time frames, dialing into the 1 hour. Look at this. 48 is actually here as being bought. But any of this stuff, when we get past 55 today, let's say we do, we snap off that, we move to 60 pretty quickly, I would expect. Above 55 today will be very good. We get to 60, we close above 60. Yes, we get to 70. We close above 70. I don't think 80 matters. I've said that several times. Back to 90. So all you're looking for is $5. We need to get above this 55 level and trigger purchasing into 60. A few people coming in with ADA. Sajeka says that donation is $13.78 US dollar Chilean peso. That's like $1 million Australian dollars. That's how little... No, actually, our currency's come back. Don't worry. Our currency's good again. Jacob Croft, Canadian $5. The FNGU is not showing correctly on your screen. It's split. Yahoo Finance stock price. All right, let's have a quick look at FNGU if you're like. But even if it's split and it's down 89.84, because it hasn't opened yet, it's not going to show, I assume. This should... It hasn't been reset yet. So how many times it split over? Quite a lot. It won't change anything about what we're saying about the trend or anything like that. It hyped into the split, and it's still far away from the 20 moving average when it gets readjusted. Micro sectors FANG index 3x leveraged. I like your style. I forgot about, in America, it's funny. You guys get 3x leverage and stuff. We just get big balls like CFDs, where you just like 10x, 20x, just press buttons and buy things. If this did just split though, and it's still worth, basically it looks like it's 10 times. 10 split, 413.06 changes to 41, 31. So it's probably just split 10 times. I don't think anything changes with their analysis. Still exactly the same. It's still far away from the 20. It's hyping into the split. Good luck with it. $7.77, $5 says, Tom, sorry to hear about the pause on your iCar. Does that mean Apple aren't making me a car anymore here? $10.77. What are you saying? Are you saying I'm not getting my Apple car? Wait a second. I am going to buy this Apple car if it comes out. As long as it's less than 100,000 Australian dollars, the Apple car will be mine. All right, I need to search. There's nothing here. Don't worry. No, don't worry, Sandollar. I'd believe the Apple car. Whoa, CLP 100,000. Man, you guys saying Andre was giving me like 10 cents. You were wrong. Andre, thank you very much. He says, count this, Tom. Lol, you rock. Wow, thank you. That is the biggest donation we have ever had on stream. Andre, man. Thank you. Not only is Seattle one of the best places, but thank you very much there, bro. Wow, wow, wow. That goes towards buying the Apple car. Trading my way to the Apple car. Dollar index starting to weaken here. Looking like a little bit of a double top into today's session. I'll have to see how that plays out. Resistance, resistance, support. This was a bullish hammer. So a close underneath this is probably signaling further bearishness. But again, it's going back into structure. It hit kind of higher than I thought. I thought we were going to go into 90.60. If you don't believe that's what I said, follow us on TradingView. Where are we? XRP looking strong. Spread thoughts. Oh, yeah. So I thought this, basically in this one here, DXY forming the structure towards the bull. All right. I'll put this in there, actually, if you want to follow us. Again, thank you very much, Andre. You deserve to stay there all day with the CLP 100,000. Thank you very much. Wow. Bitcoin time, ADA time, XRP time for me. Let's have a think about what's going on here. Then we'll get back into some of the other stocks. But we're still a while away. We're only 11:36. We've got 2 hours towards the open, guys. We can't do all the stocks before the open. So 47,946. What are my thoughts here? My thoughts are, firstly, 4 hour 20. Look at these holds here. Any pullback now should be met with some buying pressure. Also, there'd be probably some structure around here as well. Because if we pulled back to this zone, let's have a look at what that looks like on a 1 hour. This is our zone. Nothing amazing. Okay. 1 hour rejection before. Was making a new high. Made a video about this. We did not get the close. But as soon as we get through 49,000, we get a close. Do I think it stops at 50? Room, what do you think? We've done this a lot together this week. What do we think is going to happen to the 50,000? Do we think that the 50,000 is going to act as resistance for Bitcoin if it gets through 49 and closes above? Yes or no? To the moon or just to 50,000 and it stops? Sagecar says, they've done the calculation. $137.80 US dollar. That literally is about $200 Australian. So thank you very much again, Andre. Wow, wow, wow. Tilray. Well, we're looking at Tilray. Don't worry, drone. Johnny Bravo's learnt what CLP stands for. Good. People think yes. I need more people to tell me. What is going to happen? Bitcoin gets above 49,000 and closes. But let's say it's like 49.2 and it closes. Does it stop at 50,000 or will it bust through 50,000, smash all of the sellers at 50K and go, woo? Kevin, that is not 800 Canadian dollars. your currency is not that bad. Joel says it goes to hell. Oh, okay. It will be slow. I actually kind of feel like it's going to bust through pretty hard if it gets up there. Generally, Bitcoin, before, when it creates structure under any level, wherever it's created structure under levels, it's just belted those levels. Now, 30,000, it created very small structure and busted through. But think about what happened before the 20. This is why I said last time. This actually was even more beautiful, though, because it sold off, bought, sold off, and then consolidated. And then, of course, it just belted the 20,000. We knew this was going to happen because as soon as we got close, we sold off and we started creating range. So when it hit the 20,000, it wasn't even worth taking profit there, because if you hadn't taken profit over here and it was moving back up, it was just going to go ballistic. That's the way this thing kind of trades. All right, BTC, I do think is looking good. We need to see it move above here. The structure's all moving up right now. Let's have a look at some other coins. Let's go to ADA, popular one here. Cardano. I've always loved Cardano. I like it a lot. It's pretty hot. Starting to see signs of some weakness underneath the dollar resistance. We know, I think Cardano's been to $1.20. I owned it years ago, like 20 cents, I think, and I sold about 70 cents. Didn't get it all. I don't always get it all. If I was, I'd be a literal genius. But we got here a movement up. It's got just underneath the dollar. I'd be surprised with a movement like this that it can hold and keep moving up. But, you know, crazier things have happened. For me, that's kind of like the cheese has happened. That's the participation phase. We're close to the dollar. I'm pretty happy with that. If I believe in it long term, sure, you can hold. I mean, why not? Hodl that thing, diamond hands it, whatever you want to call it. Go down to the 1 hour structure. What have we got? Structure formation. Is Doji dead yet? Has that thing moved down? I saw it going down before. Every of what 0.01 I think is good for Doji. Okay, some formation occurring. You could almost argue that this is starting to look like a little bit of a head and shoulders. To me, really, the 87 becomes very, very important. Probably 87 flat, not even this 87.0423. I would look at this level. If we break, close above that, below that, I think we're over for now, and we correct back into a 20 moving average. Good luck on that one. GRT is going crazy. Corey, you are correct. GRT was part of our private community discussion today. I believe it was like 60 or 70 times earnings, as in like from the ICO. So that, let me look. Oh my goodness. It's a beautiful thing. Wow. That's a millionaire maker for somebody. 0.08. 0.08. All the way to 260. GRT. That's a millionaire maker for some lucky cat over here. The little person that put in like 10 or 20 grand or 10 grand or something. Look at it go. Amazing. Just under $3. It's kind of stopped. What price did it get to? It got to 287. Gareth says, aren't GME and AMC flatline? They certainly are flatline. Well, they were when we checked them a few minutes ago. So it got to 287. I mean, for me, I feel like it's crazy. Haven't read the news on it. It's really hyperactive from where it's come, and it doesn't have a huge amount of track record. But in the crypto market right now, you can't tell where it stops. I always go just below psychologicals. So we break 3, probably like a 385, somewhere around there would be my target. Good luck on GRT, guys. XRP. I need to look at this one for myself. Old SEC. Okay, this is pretty strong. We had the market dynamics the other day. Was my teller. I'll show you my teller on this one. Okay, so my teller was here. That something was afoot in the XRP landscape. We had a lot of resistances, a lot of wick rejections, like we always talk about in this channel. All those wick rejections were showing us downward pressure, downward pressure, downward pressure. It's a very pumpy, dumpy kind of coin, this one, and pretty crap, really, in many ways. It then closed above. Actually, that, to me, was very strong. It got better. It came down to the 0.45, and it found support, and it bought off. That's, of course, when Bitcoin had a little bit of a flash crash. And now we've broken past the 0.54. So you would think for XRP that the next horizon is 70. Nice buying pressure candle here. What do you guys think about the XRP? Do you like the XRP? Sandola says Sandola Index loves MVIS. Okay, we'll check MVIS for Valine as well, who's also tagged me about this one. What is GRT? I don't know. A new ICO, anyway, but it's madness. news on Sundial. We'll check Sundial into closer to the open here. Just doing some cryptos right now. So that was my thought process on XRP. I like all of the little buying candles that are coming through here. I actually kind of like the way it's moving as well. I mean, I prefer parabolic. Everybody kind of does, but yeah, you know, it's okay. Maybe it's doing it the right way. 10% or 11% up right now. Any break, the parabolicness only begins if we hold above 70. I'm going to keep watching this with you over the next couple of days, guys. Over next week, I want to watch this one play out. I'm interested. Aussie Craig says, got in at 0.3 on XRP. Good work, Aussie Craig. You were down here. Look, it's always been one of the most terrible coins, though, unfortunately for returns. Okay, let's go back to the question we had here for MVIS. Okay, 30% yesterday. Gaps. What is this? Electronic technology. Sometimes I just look at the industry and when I see a chart like this, it's madness. And then you look at the industry, it kind of makes more sense. So something like, what can I say? Pharmaceuticals. If it's like this, I'm going to go do some research on that one because it's probably an approval, yeah? If it's biotech, it's definitely worth doing some research on it. However, biotech can just move. If it's something like this, it's probably just going hyperactive due to a whole bunch of people clamoring for it. Sandola, why do you like this so much? Other than you're probably in it making money. This thing... Is this like a SPAC or something? What is this? I don't even know what to say about this thing. Nothing probably good will come out of my mind on this one. Look, there's no technicals. It's just hyperactive. 1 hour. There was some buying off the 20. It hasn't come down to that level. I guess if it came down here, 17.10 pre-market. Okay. So if it gets like $16, maybe there's some buying pressure, resistance. Around that 20, buying pressure, question mark, possibly, worthwhile. Thank you very much to the 1,176 people joining us today as well. If you haven't subscribed, you haven't liked the video, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, definitely consider doing so. Does help us out. Thanks for all the chats as well. Always helps to have a great community that's chatting around. Samurai Jack says, I don't like XRP, but keeps giving me money. That's cool, Samurai Jacks. Nothing wrong with that one, is there? Sandola77, $4 donation. Thanks for the coffee there, Sandola. Appreciate it. I might have to make a coffee for today's stream. Feeling a little bit tired. Sandola77 says, MVIS is a LiDAR technology. Oh. Okay. This is not something I'm super familiar with, but 16. 16 is good. Or interesting zone. Kevin says, going forward, buy airlines or anything travel. I think it's going to take a little while, Kevin, to get this vaccine thing through and for people to fly. I'm feeling like it's 2023, 22 at least. Not 21. 21 does not sound like the year that it's going to be hard. I will say one thing about airlines. I hate airline stock. Hate it with a passion. And the main reason is, for me, there's this one risk that I can't stand. And that is that if an airline, one of them falls out of the sky, you've got thousands of them flying around up there, one falls out, you get messed up. I don't like that kind of risk, unfortunately. Let's now go over to the markets, have a look at what's going on in the broader markets. We haven't done that in some time. Dollar index continuing its slide here a little bit ahead of the market. Let's go to... Where's my FinViz? Must have lost my FinViz. Load up FinViz. Look at the futures here. So we're still trading around that 39.04 on this futures. Probably about 39.06 or 7 on spot. Nasdaq also down a little bit here. VIX still moving up slightly. Dollar index is holding. Silver still the stronger one of silver versus gold. Gold is incredibly mixed right now. Super tough trade. I'd be picking silver over gold. Platinum is coming off. If Matthew Tainch is here, I hope you got out, Matthew. You should have got out on this one. I hope you did. Lumber, whatever. Crudes, interesting. Ooh. Here's a question I want to answer. Do you think ETH can go to 10K? No. Man with the plan. Do you think ETH can go to 10K? Well, never say never. I mean, basically what 10,000 would be, it all comes down to market capitalization size. So if we go to coin market cap, what would that have to point to Bitcoin? So let's say that ETH went up to 400 billion. We had Bitcoin trading around here and ETH was just trying to catch it to get like that multiple of kind of half. Usually it's under half, but let's just say it's worth half of the Bitcoin. Even if you were talking about Ethereum at 10,000, it would be extreme capitalization of Bitcoin. Bitcoin would basically need to be 5 times. So you'd have to have 5 trillion almost in it. And you would have to have 5 trillion. I don't think you can get that high. I do think, though, Ethereum is semi-undervalued in the coin market if the coin market continues to hold. My thought process is like maybe a 2,600 by the end of the year. That's a long way away, but that's just my thought process. 1780 is support. ETH dipping right now, says Hennyway. Yeah, I think it's pretty good, but I don't think it's 10,000. You never know. Never say never. Also, Cardano is kind of like, now that that's coming back up, isn't this kind of like a threat to this? My understanding was these were kind of similar. That's always been my choice. That was the first crypto other than me mining Bitcoins I ever owned. Oh my goodness. Al Snapperton says, with KODK loan approval for HCQ artificially held low. Oh, I don't know about that. Why is everyone loves Rolls Royce right now? Drone Geek says, okay, so on the airline basis, you mentioned how about Rolls Royce? Are you mentioning that just because of the engines and stuff? Yeah, that's probably better. Rolls Royce is probably better. We did look at Rolls Royce the other day. We got heaps of requests for it. I can't remember which one I was looking at particularly. Was it the UK one? RR, I think it was. This one here. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, yeah, I would prefer this stock, but I mean, I don't mind. I guess what you mean by airline companies, like Boeing is okay to own, even though there's risks there. The risk there is less than, like, say you own Qantas. So Australia has this airline company they call Qantas. They've never ever had a crash. If they have one, it would smash the share 30% in a day. I truly believe that. Whoa. Chicken Caesar, bro. You're in timeout. Cardano this year to $5, said somebody there. Interesting. ETH has more use cases, says Graham. Thanks, Graham. Yeah, look, ETH is pretty good. Riot, questions there. Rolls-Royce is low right now. It's basically at the first sup, but it could go lower. I want to check out Coke quickly. Coke. Ooh, nice. I mean, it's so boring, this stock, compared to what we've been looking at. But it is certainly a nice level. Look at that beautiful accumulation, guys. Yes. The accumulation was good, and I'm very happy with the little bit of movement that did happen from that. People say, why the hell do you care about $1 movement or less than $1 in a stock like Coke? The reason why is, for me, if I see this kind of accumulation and I see that little breakout there, I like it so much because I trade it with a option or I trade it with a spread. So what I might do is I might say, okay, I believe that this stock is going to go to this range, which it did. I believe that here. Okay. So as soon as that daily close or that daily close is about to happen, I basically lock in a spread. And what do I target? I don't target here. In America, I just target up here and I take a little slice, a really small slice, maybe a 10 or 15 or 20 cent kind of spread level, whatever I end up getting in the calls, whatever's available for that particular stock. And I take that spread and it usually pays like a 4-to-1 or a 5-to-1 on money. And as it comes through, I basically close it and I get like a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 on my money. What's my risk? I always have a fixed risk using options. I target it. I know it's statistically likely. And yes, you're basically using leverage. Ajax 1312. Thank you very much. The Ajax $3.99 donation. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Lambert says, GM Tom, loving the regular streams. Thank you very much, Lambert. Yeah, we're trying to pump these out. And it's thanks to you guys. I mean, we've got 1,200 people here viewing. If we keep getting these numbers, you know, there's no reason why I wouldn't want to stream as much as I can humanly possible. They're a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy. And we've got more things. I'm planning this weekend. I'm hoping to have a new intro for you. I think you're going to enjoy it quite a lot. I've put some thought process into it. It's quite sweet. And when I get it through, it'll be awesome. We'll also have a camera coming soon as well. So I'll get on the streams and be a bit more interactive. We've got lines. We'll be doing line analysis of all of the kind of positions as the market opens. So as we're looking at something like GME, we're going to actually target in on the volumes and the actual depth in the market at that point. AMC as well. We're going to look at the depth there. Those types of stocks. Maybe not these at that time, but yeah. Riot. Yes, we'll look at Riot. We've been asked that a hell of a lot. This is Riot blockchain. We will actually move this over to our other one that we're doing all our analysis on. Oh, this was a bit of an interesting one. Avio Pharmaceuticals. Biotechnology beaten down. I was looking at it before. I had some website I was going to share with you. It like had insider buying, and it had like all of the insiders that had purchased the position. Do I have it here? I don't know where it was. If you do want an interesting website though, this one's always good. The guy seems to continuously be improving the website. I've sent quite a few people over here. It's a good way of just seeing like kind of trending stocks and stuff. So you see today, Tesla, CLOV, I don't know what that is, but CLOV, ETH, very nice. SQ, AAPL, etc. This is unbiased stock, unbiased STOCK, not with double S. Definitely check that out. So that was the Avio thing I was looking at. Let's now load up a Riot. Okay. Big move. Lots of gaps. Lots of gaps. Makes me think there could be a bit of a fill coming in here. 7.57 up. It's doing really, really well. This is a blockchain company. We've done it before. I don't know the fundamentals behind it or anything. Basically, it's gone hyperactive. There's not really any moving averages on these time frames. Let's go to 2 hour. Nothing there. It's still really, really powerful. 1 hour, there's some buying off the 20. Possibly any pullback down here. 46.50 is probably not going to break down here. This thing just keeps going. I would follow it by some kind of moving average. At the end, you'll kind of always know because it'll do a blow off. This one will blow off when it ends. It'll go bang, bang like that. So it'll bust down usually about 20% to 30%. When that happens, it'll then rebound about half of that to 3/4 of that. And then you know it's over. Good luck on that one though. Riot looking very, very good. 1 hour, 20 is all we could find there. Joseph Whitlock, $4.99. Thank you very much, Joseph. I also, option spread. When you do TA on a stock, please mix in some options ideas when you think of them. Spread trading is a powerful utility. You are correct, Joseph. Spread power, the bull call spread. Yes, very good. The bear spreads, very nice as well. If I'm going to short a market, bear spreads are probably my choice. I like having super out of the money bear spreads. When I'm looking at a crazy stock, let's say like a Tilray, when I'm thinking about how do I utilize my money, I consider it a gamble. So because I consider it a gamble, that's all I consider it as. Down here, some value. Up here, less value. I basically would use a call. Did anyone see that guy on Wall Street Bets? The one that got like $1 million or $2 million? I'm not sure if he closed it. Probably didn't. But if he did, I think he had, similar to the GME, similar to DFV, he had like 20-cent calls. It's a great place of being able to think about a thing a little bit differently. If I buy it here, and let's say I'm in a pump, I know that it's not going to last many months. So I might buy like a 2 or 3 month. I also know that if I buy it with my $10,000 or my $2,000 or whatever it is, that I'm probably going to either lose a whole bunch of it, like 80%, or I'm going to make, 3 times. In those scenarios, possibly options are the better choice. But it's a leveraged product, so you must understand it. And when it expires, if it's not in the money, it's literally worthless. Oh, Ajax super chatted TGG. Oh, did you? Did you, Ajax? Oh, sorry, guys. I missed it. Thank you for keep messaging me here. Ajax. Why do I not see TGG? But I will do it, man. Thank you very much. Is it TGG or TDJ? Oh, this is a good one. I'm not sure on this, Sebastian. It says that FX Evolution, is it true that if you short Bitcoin, it doesn't affect price? I guess it's a synthetic, so possibly not. I don't know the answer to that question. I generally have answers. I'm going to find that out for you. I'm going to ask some people. Does anyone know the answer to that? Shorting Bitcoin? I actually don't know. I really don't. I know lots of things, but not that one. TDG. All right, let's go here. 1 month. What is going on? Get the big image. 1 month. It's been going up nicely. Then it's kind of declined recently. It's been unable to hold these nice peaks. Little bit of rejections. Beautiful buy level, by the way. 518. Previous resistance. Bang. Very nice. Daily. Coming back off after that move up. Coming back into support here. Pre-market 575. So right around the right level. Let's get a fib out for this one. Definitely worthwhile having a fib, I think, on these kind of ones, guys. Interesting. 38,250 levels. So the right kind of pullback. How would I approach this? 4 hour. Okay. Bad candles, or good candle, followed by bad candle. Moving averages above it. Probably looking for a clear of this level before I'm interested in longs. That creates a structure base in a nice pull around the 38.2 back into support. You get above this. There's no problem with not getting the best price. And then all of a sudden, you're starting to move into the 620 carat category. Now you break past 620. Things are looking sweet. Look at that. Ooh, that's a resistance level. I might set an alert for that. I don't know what this is. I don't particularly care. The point is, that is a beautiful resistance. Nice. Good luck. The Ajax says, I am 600 calls. Well, you got to... Oh, for what? For Friday. This Friday. As in today, man. Oh. Next Friday, you got a chance. This Friday, you don't have a chance. In the future, the way that I'd look at it... I'm not sure where you bought the 600 calls. But if you bought them here, that's bad. What I would have done is, for an option, I would have bought it like here. Because that resistance is crazy. Very nice. Jacob Croft says, Bitcoin is only as good as Elon Musk's tweet. I can't believe he put so much on the market. He's very powerful. By the way, I answered the SPCE question. Needs to be glued into Twitter for Chamath related stocks. Okay. Ajax says I've been averaging down from 590. Okay. Yeah, look, I mean, I hope it gets above 620 for you. I really do. Thoughts on silver? Yeah, let's go back over to the markets here. So silver's less muddy possibly than gold. Dollar index going up. Silver's actually holding, which is pretty crazy. What do I think of silver? Well, I'm disappointed, firstly. I would have liked to have seen 27.10 hold. I truly would have. This zone here, resistances, we broke out, we came back down, we tested it. I would love to see this hold, break a new high, get above the 27.80, the bane of silver, the worst place ever for this thing, and then move up higher. We get that, $30, yes. Right now, not won over by any structure in here. We have a series of higher lows. We do not have higher highs. I'd like to see silver do one test above here. What's this? 27.25. That probably pushes it back to the 27.50. And then I feel as soon as we get above 27.50, we go really high. We go back all the way through this previous 27.80 and we keep going. It's not for me right now. I've got positions. I'm going to hold them. I'm not entering anymore. I don't know what the hell's going on in here. No structure, no goodness for us. Thanks for the technical analysis, says the Ajax. No worries, man. So Lagos says, I'm hesitant about the Bitcoin craze. Alan Carrington says, so Tim can get the recognition. That's right, Alan. He's corrected it faster than I could abuse him. Yeah, he said Tom. Absolutely. There you go, Alan. Shout out to you. Farid says, hi, Tom. Majority of the news and overall sentiment is very bullish for Bitcoin. My question, what's the bearish hypothesis for Bitcoin if you have one? Central bank bannings. That is all. That is literally my hypothesis always against Bitcoin. Either central bank bannings. I don't even think, originally I thought, hey, you release like an Australian crypto coin that would stop Bitcoin. This was years ago. I thought this. It's wrong. And the reason why it's wrong is because why does everyone like Bitcoin? Because it isn't a centralized system. Part of the reason why XRP doesn't do that well, other than the fact that it's getting monstered by the SEC, is some of those reasons. I really feel Bitcoin is, and I don't own, I wish I kept my 156 back in the day that I had. I feel Ethereum and Bitcoin have that kind of special decentralization. It's just what makes them special. But if you see bannings and it gets harder to buy them, basically anything that makes it harder to buy that cryptocurrency, yes, it will decline. And it will decline hard. Thomas Donegan coming in with Canadian $1.49. You love the burger sticker there, Thomas. Thank you very much. $1.49. Appreciate that. So just my thought process, and I'd be interested to see your opinions on this as well, is that Bitcoin mostly will fail from difficulty to get into the market and, of course, taxation and central bank policy against it. So really governments slamming it. The more governments that slam it, it will get crushed if that happens. Goku Kempachi, I like your name. $2. Thoughts on CLSN? Okay, let's have a look at that. CLSN. How can one trade successfully with Bitcoin? Moshud says, pretty much it's got great structure. I mean, generally you'll look at buys. The buy side's easier than the sell side on Bitcoin, unless it started its kind of progressive sell-off that sometimes happens. But I do think that it's usually really, really good. It's got great double bottoms in the direction of trend. It's got great market structure. It has great break psychology. I think it's actually better than some currencies to trade right now. Kevin says $1.49 CAD is 10 cents Aussie. That's not true, Kevin. Don't worry, Thomas. CAD's actually very good. I'll accept CAD L Day. I'll accept I should take Bitcoin donations. If I'd done that years ago, I would have been really rich. So here is this one, Celsion Corporation, another one of these pumps and dumps. It's actually done it twice. I'm very surprised it even got back up after this. This is not doing what normally happens. What is this? Medical speciality. Were these actually reports? I don't know the fundamentals behind this, but it makes me think some kind of report, some kind of approval. If that's true, it's a classic standard pump dump play on a health technology, medical, pharmaceutical, whatever. Buy the rumor or buy even the fact, everyone gets hyped and it dumps off. Again, everyone gets hyped and it dumps off. If that's two separate announcements, then I believe it could continue to decline. It might have a little bit of a pull up and then decline. I'm not a big fan of this. I do feel like declining is going to occur. 20 moving average has held both declines so far, both even this one here. So again, expect that to be the bounce level on the 4 hour. Check that one out. Okay, AGTC. All right, a few of you have asked this. Ryan, Joshy. All right, I'll do it. AGTC. I know you've asked this. Applied Genetic Technologies. Up pre-market 8.64%. So pretty interesting one here, guys. Nice breakout. Better than usual. Beautiful structure down here. Based on previous kind of movements, it has got the pump and the dump kind of functionality that we've seen before. Has big runs on it, like a lot of these health techs and biotechs do. Things are looking good right now. We held yesterday strong above this resistance of 570. We got a 589 close or something around there. Today we're opening 640 straight into the previous resistances. You get movement above this zone. Where do you start targeting? $7, $7.37. So I'd probably say resistances are key here. Let's check these zones out. Check this zone. Check this zone. Ooh. Closure above the 640 would be amazing today. That would trigger buying into 730, I would think. And then if you get above there, possibly the promised land of the $10. Did we look at this one before? I feel like we did. Looks kind of similar to something we looked at before. Beautiful structure. Nice. MJ says SPCE. So this is the hype train at the moment. I do not like these stocks. I'll let you know. The main reason, I don't quite understand how they'll ever correlate to earnings fast enough. It's the craze right now. I think, yeah, not a fan of them. Pre-market down 9.19%. I do wish everyone the best. 20 moving average is here, so it's right around that level. We closed above. That should have triggered purchasing. Could see a bounce here because of that. 59.44 was a nice close. It was above all other levels. Go the daily. The daily closed to a new all high. I feel like this is not cool pre-market. 9.22% sucks. Why is it so low? No, I don't like that. I feel like it should be higher. I really do. And I don't even like this stock. Good luck on that one. Thanks again for all the likes there, guys. Thanks for watching and the support. SNDL, says Nicholas Frank. Yes, we'll look at SNDL. I feel like I should probably change a few of the things. We haven't even looked at the pre-market yet properly. Like, we haven't looked at our Webull screener. Before we do Sundial, let's just quickly get up the screener. I want to know what's going on today. We've been talking about so many stocks. What's the pre-market doing? So we've got 39.06, pretty similar to where we were at the start. Starting to see the market shake out a little bit here, kind of do the flash dump on the 15-minute or 1-minute candles and then quickly pick it back up. Feels like a little bit trappy to me at these highs. We'll go into our SPX analysis in just a few moments. Pre-market, what is moving in the big 20 billion plus? Disney, 190. Yes. Thank you, Disney. Though I did cut some of that down. Moderna, definitely a sleeper hit that a lot of people got recently. We saw how that was about 80% on that one. That was phenomenal. Moderna was phenomenal. What others? Not that much pre-market up. Pre-market down. Global Payments, Zillow Group. They've been kind of moving a little bit. Dex, Airbnb, 216. 216 Airbnb got to. We were talking about that 204 the other day. Electronic Arts, a crap game company. Zoom Video 432. We'll look also at Net. I want to watch Net. So Sundial is bouncing off this little bit of a level, is it? Is it bouncing? No bounce. Pre-market down 12. Oh, that's not going to be good. You do not want Sundial to get underneath this level, guys. That is bad. Sundial underneath 220 is really, really bad. Pray for the open to be better than this or a quick pickup. Pray. Because this level here was the bouncing. Look at the market. The market bounced here. Ignore this candle. We've been told that's fake. Buying pressure, buying pressure, buying pressure. Lots of buying momentum. Buying momentum again into the close. 210. I'd like to see this pick up into the market. We're about what? 1 and... Yeah, it's a little bit away now. 1 hour, 15 minutes. So we're not that far, but we need pick up. 220. We want to see open at 220, not down here. A close under here would be brutal. I feel like a lot of selling pressure comes in then. Stephanie Melville says, let's go Psycon. BTC rallying, 48,000 right now. The rally is coming through. Thomas Donegan says, do you think the recent gains in copper are a canary in the coal mine for inflation? Let's have a look at copper. We haven't been doing too much analysis on copper. I don't really feel like this gain is anything different to what we've seen in the past. I don't seem to have the copper train, but just remember copper, iron ore, anything to do with reality of trying to build the economy is, as long as the economy is truly being spurned by governments and expenditure and all of those types of things, yes, I do think that this is pretty normal. In fact, copper's breakout a week ago was relatively bullish for the market as well. Usually, if copper's weakening, if copper had got underneath this support, I truly feel that this would have been a catalyst for us to talk about and say, okay, yes, the market's properly correcting right now. But copper up here, it's not that bad. How's my day been going? Very good, thank you, Theodore. Hope your day's been going as well as mine. The only problem in Australia is we got banned from going outside. So as of right now, I am not allowed to go outside my house. If I do, I'll get tasered. That's not true, but it could be possible. You're not allowed to go outside in Victoria anymore for any other reason than to buy some fruit or something. Laredo coming in with $5. Can you look at Riot? It has benefited from Tesla buy of Bitcoin, but I think its momentum is finishing. So we looked at Riot before. We'll redo it because obviously you did a donation there. Yes, we do feel like the momentum is extreme. It's pre-market up 12.81%. It's done very well. Congratulations to everyone that's been in this. The only problem that we have is we're very far away from the 20 on the daily. We know that it did end up picking up and kind of moving back down to that. We're approaching a 50. So we're approaching a 50 for the first time, a psychological level. And we've got some weird kind of momentum going on here. Gap, flash sell, massive gap again today. Pre-market up 13%. I feel like 50, just under 50, could be Riot, having its time. Beautiful though, and I don't know why over here it was up here. But yeah, that was of course, that's why. Because it was 2017. So yeah, I mean, it's basically just hit its all-time peak. I didn't even see that before. Lucky we revisited it. So this 48.36 is going to be really hard to maintain. Oh, must be right around price. Good luck on this one. But yeah, that hit that 17 high. That's why you do the top-down analysis. That's why you go out to the larger time frames. Kind of wish I owned this thing at 22 cents. Around 50, I still feel is going to be a psychological for this one. Good luck. Stefan Melville says Siacon absolutely on fire, obviously, to the moon. Simon bought SNDL at 315 FML. Simon, I'm glad you've come to the stream. Did you come to the stream before, or and you've watched it and then you bought it, or if this is the first time? I would hope that throughout your trading journey, throughout investment in general, you will see so many amazing opportunities. Never believe there isn't an amazing opportunity. Last year, what's everyone saying? Stock market's overpriced. There's no money in it. I can't make any money. This sucks. I missed the boat, whatever. Crypto was waiting for you. The whole time it was sitting there doing nothing, floating around, doing nothing really. You would have made lots of money. Then, crypto's too expensive, blah, 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 etc. Well, the GME AMC situation, I wouldn't like that one too much. But things like weed, a few weeks ago, we see the Democrats potentially pushing it. All of that type of stuff happens and it becomes an opportunity for us. It's a good one. There'll be another one in 2 weeks' time. High Tones Drifter Kent says, will silver continue to be manipulated? Yes, is the answer. Yes, it will. They do not want silver high. It would be hard. I do believe silver will crack 30 regardless. I do believe silver could go to 50. It will continue to be a crushed. Oh, I'm seeing Bitcoin moving a little bit here. It will continue to get crushed over time unless something changes. This is a good movement here on Bitcoin, by the way, pre-market. Or sorry, not pre-market, but pre the US market here. 48,000. Yes, this is good structure. We've got a series of higher lows. We're testing these peaks out right here. Okay. Daily on this one has closed to a bullish move as well. I feel like we could see it stream. I feel like we could see this during the stream, if not in the next 24 hours, at least on the weekend. Everything's kind of pointing towards this having a crack. Good luck. We'll keep watching this one. Al Andy Plays says, I just set limit order at 210. I assume you're talking about SNDL. A few people got stomped by SNDL. I really hate hearing that. Gold can go below 1800 today. It's possible. It all depends on dollar index's strength or weakness. Right now, dollar index is out of structure and it's kind of got through that 20 moving average on the 4 hour. Everything for the gold is the dollar index play. Oh, we got down here and just instantly bulled off that level. Let me have a look at the daily. So daily 20, doesn't matter. Ooh, 2 rejections. You know, see that? Wow, that's even more beautiful than I initially thought. That's a sick buy. I was talking about the structure before and we almost missed this. Yes, I think this could go up some more. There's a lot of accumulation down here that pushes these candles through. Whenever you see that type of tweezery set up here, we've got these 2 double wick rejection hammers or something. Remember, they don't have to be green to be a hammer or a pin bar. They just have to have most of their length is got to be the wick. So right now, dollar does look strong. It could push gold into 1800. A lot comes down to the stock market. What's the stock market doing right now? Is it weakening at the same time? Look at these daily candles. What the hell is happening here? So ugly. Indecision, long leg doji, indecision, long leg doji, indecision, long leg doji. Let's have a look at the real market, SPX. It's not going to look like that. Small candle, small candle, small candle. Small candle is not that great. Lots of rejection buying, like we said. A little bit of traps in here. 38.84. I'm going to put that right in. 38.84. Closes underneath these zones. Definitely triggering the 20. Very, very likely. Looks like bullish momentum because there's double wicks, but it's at this high and you can see what the futures were doing. Very interesting. The market's super fascinating right now. By all statistics, February should be a negative month for the Nasdaq. Dr. Horton says pin bars. Yeah, they are pin bars up here. But a pin bar on a pullback is cool, isn't it, Dr. Horton? A pin bar in the middle of nowhere is not that interesting to us. I always look at it more as these could be traps, and then a close under here is actually my signal. Bitcoin, yeah, we did it about 3 minutes ago, literally. Johnny Bravo just said that. Let's have a look at net for my own interest. Net Cloudflare came down yesterday, hit 87, pre-market 87.35. So that's twice now it's hit 87. It hit 87 after the breakout, got to 95, came back down, retested. It was actually a pretty good buy zone. It's come back again to this level. And it's holding right around there in the pre-market. Maybe it hits the 20 and finds some support there at 84. Be watching net. Look at the weekly here. Certainly a nice breakout here for Cloudflare. It's done well. Earnings was okay. GNMK. I have not bought any. Did you tell me, Alan? Did someone tell me to buy this thing? 22.85. It was a nice close on the weekly. Daily on this thing. Insane. What is it? Health technology specialities. Nice buying pressure coming in. Good close. Obviously, you don't expect that. Would have been an announcement. Where to next? Don't know. Uncharted territory. $30. Who knows? 25, 30. Those psychologicals will be resistance. Jenny B says, Tom, please analyze gold. We'll have a look at gold, but gold's tough. It's in weird structure. Shorting possibility in gold? Let's have a look. Yeah, there is. There is. Let's go to the 4 hour. This level means nothing. So I guess, yeah, I mean, you would think it's going back down here now. I don't see how there's any support here for gold anymore. It's not like what I call like a super high probability trade. Like when it got through here, for me, this close, especially the retrace, that was a high probability trade. This does look short. If you had to question which direction you think it's going right now, I'd definitely go with over coin flip short from a technical standpoint. Not strong enough for me. Good, but not strong enough for me. Gino says, love the channel, by the way. Thank you very much, Gino. Thank you to the 1,235 people coming out. Again, thanks to the Stonk Squad, the Diamond Hands community, the admins for banning some of this stuff that comes through. I do appreciate it. So Darth, if you're out there, Dave, etc., I will fix the chat so you don't have to deal with that stuff as much as possible. But yeah, appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much for coming out. I always sound a little bit more tired at the end of the week, but Monday we will be live streaming. Lockdown live stream Monday, probably 10:30 or 11 p.m. I'll announce it throughout the weekend. Got George Garcia coming in with $5 donation. Thank you very much, George. What do you think about Twitter stating they may invest into Bitcoin? If that happens, do you think the stock will climb? Okay. So, what happened last time when Tesla invested in Bitcoin? Did it lead to Tesla's stock increasing? I would argue Tesla is a little bit lower than where it was. So Twitter, if it does invest in Bitcoin, I don't feel like that's a bullish thing for Twitter. I feel like that's just a neutral thing. It's a bullish thing for Bitcoin, but probably not a bullish thing for Twitter. By the way, look at this Twitter share price. Starting to terrify me. Down here, 44. I don't like it. I do not like it. I feel Twitter is a absolute crappy thing sometimes to own. It has this tendency to have great runs and then just dump super hard. 52 down to 40, 56 down to 44. Now we're up here. I'm terrified of this stock. Let's look at some big blue chips and have a look at what's going on here. Let's check out. Looked at Nvidia already. Sidecheck says, when is Twitter supposed to buy? I'm not sure. I don't know about that. Okay, there's nothing there. It must be more of a Google search, find out, or go on one of the Reddit boards or something. Look at this. Nigeria's president approves setup for 2.6 billion infrastructure firm. Don't you worry, the governments are spending money to buy all that copper around the world. Any other stories that are interesting for today? I don't think so. Let's quickly go to Market Watch, probably one of the better websites to go to and always load up. Oh yeah, let's have a look what this guy says. Sparrow Growth Fund. He advocated Snap, Roku, Caravana. Oh, he's betting on Duncan. DraftKings. Okay, DraftKings. More casinos. Digital and physical textbooks. All right. What do you guys think about these picks here? Oh, he likes Twitter a lot. Micro messaging service. He likes that one. I don't know about that. But yes, interesting. DraftKings. Actually, where is DK? NG. 59. MGM. I haven't actually looked at MGM in a while. Let's look at that together. Got a donation coming in then. We will check it. A few people coming in with comments. Oh, thank you very much, George Garcia. $2. Twitter mentioned Bitcoin and it rose as well. That's interesting. I mean, I would not have expected that, George. I would have actually expected it to have not much impact on the stock and more impact on something like crypto. It just shows you it's more Elon says something about crypto right now and it just completely goes nuts. Sundial growers, we will look at it very, very soon. Jonathan Wee says, new to TA, CRSP, interesting market structure. CRSP. I feel, yeah, again on that Twitter thing, that looks super hyped, super run. Maybe people just got hyped into it and bought it. I don't like it due to its pump dump. I would be careful on that. CRSP. All right, what is going on here? So new to TA, we've basically got some support going on here for sure. Some people would be drawing this and saying, oh, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, more compressed. Fair enough. It's probably fair enough. Shorting stock is always difficult. Just remember that. So we've got a 160 right now. We know if we get past 175, we're looking really bullish above 175. Beautiful structure. From that perspective, if it goes down, is this market proofing? Is it proofing the head and shoulders towards that last level? Let's have a look here. Kind of. It's going back to the 100, so it's about that level. I do feel if you break through this support now, get a below maybe that wick, you will trigger selling pressure on CRSP. CRISPR. It's the time that the bulls must win. Good luck on that one. Jeanette Garcia says $4.99. I'm new to trading and got into NAKD $2.20. What do you think will happen with it? All right, Jeanette, you probably literally donated for a lot of people wanting to talk about this one. You got into it at $2.20. So yesterday, I feel like you were like, yes. You had the hype, you had the anticipation, it's coming back. And then all of a sudden it didn't. And unfortunately today, it's not so good. Well, this is certainly blown off. What we mean by that is it's declined well over 20-30% in one day. It's then bounced a bit. It's declined again. And then it's moved on up. So it's moved on up to around $2.19. I do feel like that could have been the last impulse move for now. I wish you the best on it, but it's not that much that you can really say other than, oh, please hold the 20 moving average here on the 4 hour. It seems that shouldn't mean or make any difference really here, but it is a very important zone. 124, we want that to hold today for you. I'd like to see it go back up to above $1.50. Any engulf, so if you get like a decline candle, any engulf towards the upside, or sentiment, kind of like GME AMC that we'll look at soon. If you get that kind of sentiment basing like you had here for a little while and it balances out, you can see how aggressive the move was. $2 I would expect to be pretty much resistance, and I do wish you the best, but $1.31 is not the best level. I'd like to see it engulf. I'd like to see some bullish structure. I wish you all the best. Alan says the only way silver will continue to rise is if people only buy and take physical silver, not stocks. Yeah, stocks really won't get it done. It's mostly physical silver that will get it done. Demand for the metal is the key. I've always found it strange that people think, oh, I mean, you could buy the stocks and make money if other people do the silver. But yeah, silver will require the stocks moving up. Now, we didn't answer that question before. I'm not sure if someone did and I missed it. And that was the question about whether short selling on Bitcoin actually will short the market off synthetically. I will have to get the answer for that. AMC here, up 1% pre-market. We're trying to fight towards the 650 today, guys. GME, quick update, 0.1, totally flat. We'll watch it throughout anyway. 551.15. Okay, here's a question coming in from George around the same idea as the cryptocurrency into stocks concept. Been looking at Visa, Square, and PayPal with all this talk about crypto being merged. Any thoughts on that? I do think that when you get payments through those gateways, that will be good for the gateways. So PayPal, Square, Visa, when they add, well, firstly, it's going to push the cryptos if they actually move into them. But also, I do think it's a big positive for the stocks, yes. If it comes in, I think it's a positive for the stock, especially in this market. When things are hot, pretty much anything that's mentioned, like you saw with Twitter, I guess, I would have thought it wouldn't have moved it. But those are payment gateways, very, very strong for them. Look at it very closely. Think about which ones are going to announce it. Yes, I like that idea. I'm going to actually have a look. I'm going to bring that to you Monday with my analysis, George. Good question. Let me write that down. Check that out. You can tell I'm writing it down. I've decided that's interesting to me. Yeah. Might add a couple of little ones I'm looking at as well. Yeah, I like that one as well. Okay, cool. I'll answer that on Monday. Very good. Is it George A? George A. Maybe I've been completely mispronouncing your name. Sorry if I have. All right, let's have a look at the pre-market now coming in. 12.39, so we're not too far off the open now. Pre-market, we are looking at 4.71. PayPal still moving up, 285 here. That's been very, very strong, PayPal. I still feel PayPal could totally dominate Afterpay if they wanted to. That's an Australian stock, by the way. Airbnb is the one that's kind of leading here with Dexcom Digital Reality. It looks like the pre-market has gotten a little bit stronger. Let's have a look actually at the futures. US 500, 39.09. So it is up 3 points from where it was. More weird rejections coming in on the futures. Weird rejection 1, weird rejection 2, weird rejection 3 with very little follow through. Start to get breaks under these lows. Down we go. It's looking incredibly toppy here. Very strange candles. I'm interested for the market open. You know what I'm going to do quickly, guys? I'm going to absolutely... I'm not sure what you mean by that, Alec. What's the point of music? Open another tab for yourself and play something for yourself. Not sure. What's the word on AMPE? I don't know much about it. Treat DDT. I haven't really looked into it too much. George A says, bro, George A? Or George says, bro, I'm going to start putting money into stocks like Visa, Square. They are going to accept it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. They probably are going to accept it. Why wouldn't they? Let me look at the Visa. That's some weird movement, isn't it? Okay, so Visa trading 210. Boring on this one, but getting close to the promised land of the resistance. Weekly here, going through. Square looks a lot different. 268. I think only a few weeks ago you get for 200. I'd say a few people are moving into it on this announcement. I think Square would be the more likely one to initially announce, but you could be wrong. I'd still looking at maybe a 244 pullback on Square, but the announcement could happen before that. You're right. Resistance becoming support. 20 moving average would hit it. 240 would be the target on Square. Good luck with that one. Got this question a few times from SlideX. Thoughts about BNGO? We'll check that now. So we're here. We're looking about 45 minutes before the market open. Thanks again to the 1,200 people that are viewing the stream right now. Appreciate all of you guys. Thanks for the donations tonight. It's been really amazing. Thank you, Andre, again, for that massive donation you gave us before. This one here, it's basically doing this, getting squeezed in between two different prices. Pre-market's 11.80. Okay. So we're getting squeezed here between the zones. Looks pretty nice. Massive movement up. I assume this is doing something maybe that I don't know about fundamentally. 4 hour. Yes, it's all good. It needs to break out now, either direction. Obviously preferred to the upside, breaking past this wick rejection as well. With anything like this where it gets trapped in a price, it must pretty much go, ideally this candle here, because you don't want it to let it go here, that it patterns out and you can't see it anymore. With a good pattern, it must go. It must be like a slingshot effect. Good luck. You guys keep posting in the room. See, I eventually see you, the BNGO. It's certainly trapped though. But it must go pretty much today. Neo pre-market. Did someone just get banned for saying Neo pre-market? Oh my God. What's it say? Oh. All right, I'll look at Neo anyway. It's such a boring stock though. Right now. Daily continues to hover around 0.4% pre-market. 55 has been the support for Neo. It got back up to the 65, found the resistance at the previous peak. Any break above 65 probably triggers the 70. But right now, boring on this one. Back down, possibly 55. George says $2. Thank you very much there. Sava had a crazy run, but then it dumped. Thoughts? Yeah, Sava was one we did talk about. That was a absolutely amazing run. 100 and what was the high here? 117.54. Wow, wow, wow. That's a phenomenal run there. Big pullback after that point. We moved down. It's didn't even do the traditional blow off. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Yeah. Should have probably bounced a bit more. It was so hyperactive though. There just wasn't enough demand and sentiment to pull it back. Again, most of these you would see the decline, the pullback to a 50 at least. 61.8, 78.6 is quite normal. Now it's forming a strong amount of base for the 1 hour. Break above 69.70 will probably trigger further buying back into these 61 and 78.6, like a little double bottom. At this stage, things are looking like they're just kind of hovering. There's not much thoughts other than it's hovering. And it's super dangerous. That's gambler, gambler, gambler. Still have 10 shares. Well, if you only have 10 shares, it's not too much money. Looks like it's going to hold the level. Hopefully it holds here and keeps buying up off that zone. Not selling? Fair enough. Okay, guys, I'm going to have literally a 2-minute break. We've been talking now for about 2 hours. It's been a big day. I'm going to have a 2-minute break. I'm going to get water. I suggest to you guys you get a coffee, get tea, get buckled in because we're going to come back strong. Going to look at the VIX. BTC still doing its thing. Might just sneakily check over here on XRP. That's not XRP that I want. $58. Okay, we approached the 60 there. During the stream, we got to the 60. Continue to watch crypto throughout this session, and we'll also have a look at the other things. I'll just check the market in general. Crypto market's been pretty fun recently. Bitcoin, XRP being one of the standouts up here in the top lines. Stellar. Big one on this one, GRT, which is obviously what everyone's been talking about. 195 is actually way better than that. Gains in GRT have been insane. Congratulations to everyone that's been in that one. Someone messaged me. Okay, Alan, you wanted the referral link to Stake. Yeah, if you're in Australia and you want to trade American markets, I'll put it in here. Why not? We do recommend Stake for a nice free service. I do not recommend it for charts, but Stake is okay. You can definitely check that out if you want to support the channel. And if you're in America, I don't like Robinhood, so I'll go with Webull. Okay, be right back. Get one, literally 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. I'll just get a drink. All right, we're back. Thank you very much for sticking around there. Let's go and have a look at some more market stuff. So we actually had an interesting question. Oh, Lego Spartan, you said minutes up. It's all right, we're back. Yes, we had an interesting question. What would you do with $1,500 if that's all you had to invest? It's an interesting one because it's like you don't want to YOLO your money, ideally. And, you know, you always hear about people making these sick gains, but $1,500 might be all you've got. It's pretty important to you. I'd probably like split it between a whole bunch of different types of concepts. So I wouldn't do bonds, that's for sure right now. Bonds suck at the moment. But if you're thinking about stocks, if you're going with blue chips, you're generally only going to be making like usually 7 to 10% per annum. If you're going with more penny stocks, I think you could lose it all very, very quickly. So the thing I would do is probably find like mid caps, do a lot of research, possibly at the beginning, just buy the standard exchange traded funds and quality blue chips. And then as you do research, maybe have a portion, what you call like a core satellite. And then you can kind of break down. The good thing is you can not pay brokerage anymore. So you could have a core portfolio and then maybe you start with a satellite and have like maybe $250 or $500 in that. And that's where you pick your stocks, and the core is just the boring kind of blue chippy thing. Thoughts on ZOM? Yeah, we'll check that one out. Pre-market here, 12.52. We're only about 48 minutes away from the open. PayPal, one of the strongest kind of gains. Square also, 267. The rest of these going down a little bit. Overall, what's the market doing? Market is flat as a tack. I do believe that Friday is going to be a very interesting close because it will show us the true sentiment of the market, whether it's able to hold into the weekend or not. $90.70 index is flying here a little bit. Dollar index breaking through to new highs as we go to party town. So basically $90.70 index is strengthening. It's putting pressure on, I would think putting pressure on things like the market, what should. Remember, US dollar going up usually shows signs of hedging. So that's a new high. Gold actually kind of holding around. So is silver. I'm very surprised silver's holding a 27 when the dollar index is back to 90.70. It shows you there's a lot of pent demand that's going into silver as a metal. Quick check around, GME trading 0.67 pre-market here. We're hoping to hold above 50. We want to go smash 55. We'll have to see whether the sentiment can get back into that. AMC was up about 1% and a bit, now 563, guys. Sundial, 21%. Damn. I want to look at the other stocks as well. What's Tilray doing? Oh no, 29.69. Not the best. That's a little unfortunate. We do need to remember where these stocks were only a while ago. They were trading at 8.60. Interesting announcements did happen on this stock. Got to, of course, that 30 and then blasted through. Unfortunately, this is what does happen. It's in full blow off right now. 8% down, 29.49. That's a bit unfortunate. What apps do you use if you're in Europe? I'm sure Europe has quite a few brokerages. Someone here will help you guys out. George says SNDL not looking good. It is not looking good. That is very unfortunate coming into the market open. Anyone playing semiconductor shortage, says MKW. I'm not, but I do know about it. Let's look at Qual here. The old QCOM. 145. Still holding around that 145, 143. This is one that had a bad announcement on the other day. Qualcomm went from 167 all the way down. Can it go lower? It surely can. Can it go to 130? It's possible. I would expect 130 though to be met by buyers, and it continues to hold the 145. See this? 145 at 143 bounced up. You get a close under this level, like a 143 flat or a 142 something. I think you start triggering a bunch more selling. QCOM is definitely something I'm watching on the market. Corey says, and I agree with him, SNDL long-term not a good idea. They are a bad company. That's probably true, Corey. It is a pump dump for sure. Dave G says cannabis not so high today. Lol. Yeah, that's true. That was bad. I didn't even like looking at that sundial. Damn, that was $4. It's very unfortunate. AMC, yep, we've been looking at AMC, don't worry, but it's so flat. Faz, it's flat. What's your view on ACB? Aurora. Bad, crappy management. They basically make deals, and they got rid of the deal with Australian company. It makes some weird deals, and they have really bad kind of... The books don't look good from what I look at. There is support, though, at around 12.50. So if the market does continue to pull down, I did think that this at around this price was probably not obscene, but I do not like this one when you compare it to things like Tilray, etc. I just don't like a lot of things about the books, a lot of things about the announcements. Kind of reminds me of the Australian companies. We have Can Group and AC8, which is like Ozcan. Both of them are pretty useless. EOS hitting $20 Q4 this year. Credible crypto. Well, luckily credible. Wait. My latest analysis is Litecoin hitting 2600 Q4. Credible crypto. If you're correct, I will eat something very disgusting on stream. Because I do not believe 2600 is possible for Litecoin. But that's funny. Zom, yes, Zom. We'll do Zom. Fiona, no worries. Let's do this for you. So Zom is actually holding the moves, surprisingly. We look at this one pretty regularly. I think my last movement or talk about it was like the 250. I felt like it was just hitting a very strong kind of level. It then went to almost the 3, got to 291. You know it's shorted off that level before. It's had a phenomenal move on it. I feel from a technical level, for me, if I had held it this way, I would be like, damn, that's good. I'm very happy with it. Unless you have some long-term fundamental reason for owning this thing. That's sweet where it is right now. Credible Crypto says he'll be watching. He's going to watch me eat something disgusting. You guys can probably bet, like, join. You can, like, select from a group if that happens. Farid says Credible Crypto is legit. Any thoughts on PLTR? Well, we've looked at PLTR a few times. PLTR, we're only about half an hour now, guys. 31 minutes away from the open. I'm definitely excited to see the pricing. That's what's going to wake us up. That's what's going to get us ready. PLTR. Well, this was another one that was on an absolute moon train. Started at 10, being the SPAC Fest. Moved up to, was it 44? Now trading at 32.90. Where's that? 32.90. Okay. It's pretty much all over the place. It had that last run. There is good structure through the 30. We've said that before. Anything under 30 is bad, bad, bad for PLTR. Anything above 39 should probably now trigger. So you get like a 39.60 close or a 40 close. I think you're going to probably smash those highs out as well. 20 moving average getting hit again today. 32.95, so right around that level. 20 moving average has been pretty good recently to kind of find buying pressure. I would like to see it find buy pressure today. Pre-market's pretty much flat. Dash overvalued. Dash has been much higher, but I'm not sure. Johnny Master Terrone says, at FX Evolution, what do you think about Neo? Well, Neo's been something we've looked at just before. Holding pattern, I think it was like $5 below was like support. and then it just hit resistance and bounced down off it. We certainly did do NVIDIA, but I don't mind having a look at it again. Oh, we probably need to pipe in the stock code. Okay, so we had the bounce, resistance break. What I said was, is this a breakout? Yes. The major problem with it is this is your traditional distance for a range that's been going, you know, resistance, support, etc. And then you extrapolate that out and you get kind of like the devil number 666. The thing with this though is that really for me, the breakout happened here. And you'll notice it just completed. I believe in NVIDIA. I think it's a really awesome stock. I think there could be more in it, but at the same time, that's the completion that just happened. So I might be looking like right now for a little bit of a pullback, coming back to the resistances and then maybe pick it back up. It's a good stock. Nothing wrong with trading that one and being involved in it. Speed Mama says, Mara, please. I'm in a huge trade, says Speed Mama. Would love your TA on it. It mines BTC. Mara. Like this thing? Is this one of those ones that went nuts as well during 17? Is this the end of the crypto bull run for now? Why are we hitting all these 2017 prices? Well, my thoughts are we just hit the gravy train level. I mean, it went nuts last time and it went nuts this time. Hit the resistance back from the previous boom period of 17, 18. I remember it well. What a fun time. And we've just hit it again. So we've right hit on that resistance. 39 bucks. I kind of feel like that's a great level. Good work, Speed Mama. I'm not sure what was going on this before. I don't see how it was worth this much back in these areas. Was it a different code or owned by someone else back here? I would probably want to understand more about what that exactly was. And once I understood that, but yeah, resistance high hit, pretty nice, right on the level. Thanks very much, Bruce Banner. Appreciate that. Stealth says Mara and Riot are crypto mining companies, both go up and down with Bitcoin. I understand that process, but then why is it that this time round it took so much longer to get to these highs where BTC did even better? I guess is that because of difficulty because of mining Bitcoin? I don't understand the industries that much, but it certainly hit that resistance, which would be for me a key level to look at. Let's have a look at the pre-market here. US 100. What have we got going on? 0.16 down, 1367. Ooh, 13696. All right. US 500, one we're watching, 3904. Now we haven't even done the proper analysis here, so let's do it. Pre-market in. Let's get this trend line up that we've been crapping on about now on the channel for a little while. We'll get the trend line through here, guys. 39, what is this? 30 kind of area was hit, resistance. We then saw some selling pressure. We saw some buying pressure, selling pressure, kind of starting to create structure through here. This means that we've got the 38.85 zone acting as a key level. We've got a 50 moving average on the SPX right there. So there is going to be support buying, you would think, around the 38.87. Futures trading now at 39.04. And there's a lot of errors here. Bang, flash kind of on the 1 minute. If you look at the smaller time frames, bought up, bought up, bought up. Series of lower highs coming through here as well. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. This is not what I want to see in terms of sentiment coming into a bullish market. It could just be a standard little like kind of movement to the next direction, but it's happening all at our resistance point. I still feel pretty strongly about that correction. I know I've been banging on about it, but I do feel like it. Yeah, I'm in Melbourne, not Queensland. So we're locked out. Thanks again to the 1,042 people that are viewing this stream coming in to the open. We're now only 25 minutes away from the open. It's not going to be long. Bitcoin mining is capped, limiting revenues. BTC price is demand driven, so no cap on price theoretically. That's true, yeah, but the difficulty, like I remember when I used to create Bitcoins back in the day, you create one a day. Cost about $8, $8 in electricity to create my one Bitcoin. And then I sold them all for a very small amount of money. That sucks. Tesla is at 800. Here comes a donation coming in. Oh, pre-market. Yeah, cool. That's interesting. George says $2. Thank you very much, George. Tesla is at 800. He's buying more. 800 Tesla right on the sup. It must hold the line. It must hold the line. We talked about this one literally into the start of the stream. We're talking about the Tesla. I pre-marketed that donation a little bit there, but I was interested to talk about it because we saw $800. So every time it's come around this 800, it's been bought so far. You know, for me, it's a little bit different. I play this one a little bit different to you, I guess. 800 is fine if you want a long-term hold at that level. But for trading reasons, I like to see that confirmation start coming through, and I like to participate. So I don't usually get the low. I don't usually get like kind of the perfect price or anything. I get the participation phase. And when we get the participation break phase, I like to take it from there to like here and then get the hell out. And then that's my trade. Good luck though there, Georgia. I wish you all the best on that one. Kunal says, God, I hope Stake does not crap out if there is another correction. So, yeah, Stake was crashing all over the place, wasn't it? George's up $1, guys. He's very happy. $1. Bris Vegas. I don't live in Bris Vegas. Dave might. Bruce Banner says oil looks solid this morning, may get to 59. So let's have a look at UK and US oil. So we're talking about US oil here. US oil bouncing through, getting through some structure here in the 15 minutes. Let's go to the daily. So we had our target set for a long time now. Our target was set at 60. Bouncing around. Nice little rejections coming through here. If this holds a nice rejection as well, we could see further bullish momentum. You'll know that I've been talking about oil for a little while. Thought process is that we get 60. I do believe 65 is in the works as well based on previous weekly resistance. Might get a little bit of a hold around that 60 zone. And then if we get through there, through 65, maybe 70, maybe 75, that to me is the absolute end for it. A lot of people are calling $100 oil at that point, I'm sure. I'm probably done with oil after this next recovery for quite some time, if forever. This will be my last oils of all time. That's pretty sad, but yeah, I do feel it's going to be a difficult decade for oil. Honest opinion on the Doji coin. Jonas P. Well, can you tell what I think about it? I love the coin because it's got a cool image. I absolutely hate this so much. And it's not because you're making money in it or anything. It's just that it really has very little value. And I do not like it. I do not like it. I find it very terrifying for people, and I hope people don't lose money in it. I really hope people don't lose money in it. This is not the coin for me. I would never put $1 in it personally. Unless it's down here and I didn't care. It is bouncing right now. 69, 70, 60, 50, 40. So there's 0.04. That's what I'm talking about. 0.04, 0.05, etc. All those levels, because this is traded by mostly retail traders, because I don't think many Wall Street people would have money in this one, that every 10 cents is incredibly important to the coin from a support resistance standpoint. Janie B says doggy coin. George is saying that SNDL is low. Are you sure about that, George? Are you sure? Because I need the call options to up. He's got an alternative. Like, that is an ulterior motive there, George. Let me just quickly close this door. $1.88 doesn't sound that great to me. Johnny Bravo said he got off the phone with his brother and he's holding his weed stocks and going fishing. You said that means he's gonna. I bet he catches lots of fish because he's losing those monies there. We got only about 19 minutes away from the open. What's going on? Let's load up the Webull. Let's have a look at the pre-market here. Striker now leading the decline, 5%. Airbnb 1.92, that was up there before. Baidu now joining in the cause. What is going on? Tesla down 1.802. You're up $2 now, man. $2.88. Well done. Enphase. Everything else kind of floating around. Let's have a look at the gainers for the day. PayPal still 2.48. VeriSign. American Water. AWK. Out of interest. You know, water stocks went nuts. How the hell did a water stock get belted? Oh. I wonder what the growth curve is of this thing over time. Cool. American Water. 20 moving average here. Definitely the buying area, isn't it? Yeah. 20 moving average on the weekly. So it's pulling back and then going off that level. We might come back to this one just out of fun. What do you think of Sensonics? Yeah. Seen this one quite a few times on the bull run. Sensonics, 40 cents up to 381. It's hit this $4 target. I believe we talked about that target. Next up is just underneath the $5 if it continues. I feel like it's probably hit its peak. Nice. At least it held yesterday. Maybe there's a little bit more in it because it held yesterday. It's a dangerous area for it anyway. Previous resistance before a sell-off. It's only been twice out of here. You're looking at the just under 5 though. If you're going to hold it, yeah, maybe those levels will be interesting. Airbnb, let's check that one out. If you enjoy the stream, by the way, into this pre-market for Friday, we'll be streaming again Monday pre-market. Hopefully a few new tools that I'll introduce to the stream. Definitely remember to subscribe, hit that like button if you enjoy the streams as well. And thank you to all the donators tonight. Do appreciate it. 4 hour here. What's been going on? We've been getting pulls. Movement up, movement up. Nice buying off the 4 hour, 20 moving average, 200. Look at this little close above. Triggers a whole bunch of buying. Things still look to be pushing up, but we are down pre-market 1.88 now. If we continue to move down, possibly meet the 200 moving average. Oh, sorry, the 20 moving average at the 200 and find some buy pressure. Not my stock right now. I understand Airbnb is rising. I don't like it at current valuations, but I do like it. If you trade it, that's fine. But I do think that this will be like a return and visit this kind of company in maybe 6 months, 8 months time. David White says NNDM or SKLZ. Love the TA. All right. SKLZ. Skills. Back to the 20 on the 4 hour. Let's have a look at the larger time frames here. I believe this one's been going nuts. This was a SPAC. 38 pre-market. We need to go look. We're only 15 minutes away now, guys, from the other markets opening. So it's not long until we get the US market actually opening here. $38 pre. I don't have much to say about this. I think it's not really a TA that I would be like comfortable with saying anything particular. It's in the 38,250 pullback zone, which is a zone that we like when it pulls back. But I won't comment on the gaps and where it is price-wise. I really don't know. AAPL from Simone. Yeah, we'll check that out. Right on the trend line today, we are opening down underneath the trend line. So what is, oh, not underneath yet. 134.46 on the open. Yeah, so we'd be underneath the trend line. Any break under 133.78, this like previous little movement yesterday, kind of really busting slightly lower than our trend line. The trend line's been pretty strong. So I would expect something like this, potential decline. And this could trigger some like sell off maybe to 125 for Bitcoin. Oh, sorry, Bitcoin for Apple. Declines could be there. PLTR, we've done that quite a few times. URL, go back a little while, you'll find it. Let's have a look at the coins coming into the market here as well. We'll look at dollar index in just a moment. 47,719. Pretty amazing. 1,787 for Ethereum. Still think that could be longer term undervalued. Had a few people talking about Polkadot before. It's been very good last couple of days there. XRP probably the standout for me today. May or may not have some interest in that. Silver holding above 27. Dollar index still above 90.70. It's holding strong into the market. Our good old favorites, GME, flat as a tack, forming base around 50. The diamond hands are full in force at 50 and 48 there. Siddharth is there. He's buying it. 562, 561 AMC. Whatever. It's flat. What's BlackBerry doing? We haven't talked about that one in a while. Does anyone care about this one anymore? 12.25. Not much going on. Sundial, do I dare look? 18.49. Tilray must be under 30. Ooh, still holding under 30. 29.70 for Tilray. Bitcoin still hovering around this zone. Doesn't matter what time frame you look at, it's basically just testing that resistance, struggling through, trying to get past the 50,000. It looks inevitable at this stage, but hasn't quite closed above these zones. Above this wick, 49, 50s in the book probably at that point, and I think even higher at that area as well. Now 12 minutes away from the open, not long at all. Gareth says, time to christen my FXE mug for 15% buff. Did you get it, Gareth? Did you get the mug? Has it come to you? I haven't even got mine yet. The Diamond Hands mugs. Remember, guys, somewhere below, I don't know where it is, you can get the Diamond Hands mugs. Siddharth says, that's slander, Tom. I most certainly am not buying GME, besmirching my good name. Come on, Siddharth. We know that you bought a little bit of GME. Maybe not anymore. What do you think about CRISPR? We did check that one out earlier. Market dumping. Ooh. US 500. You got me excited, guys. 39.04 is not going to get it done. That's not a dump. 3900 futures here. The old coffee 122. US dollar still holding, going up a little bit. VIX, probably the interesting one to watch today. Remember, setting alerts above 24 will be interesting on the VIX. Gold holding the 1816, but who knows why. SNDL, let's go. Obviously, it's up a few percentage there. Yep, up the base. Tilray also, it's pretty much around the same. Oh, yeah. That's true. Monday is going to be that. Ah, well, maybe we'll still stream for an hour on Monday. What do you think? Just bring up my calendar here. I forgot. Monday in America is public holiday, is it not? Yes. Okay. All right. So we'll live stream on Tuesday. David White still holding AMC diamond hands. Good work there. Good luck. Looks like AMC is trying to battle. Is that a battle? 0.18's a battle pre-market? Yeah, look, it is holding the right zone. It is holding the right zone. People are saying SNDL is taking off like a rocket pre-market. I wouldn't say it's a rocket. I know it was down more. It was down like 22, 23. Kevin says Tilray will fill the gap to 30. Seems likely when it does eventually open. US 30 heading lower. I haven't looked at the Dow in a while. Barely look at the Dow now. The problem with the Dow is just not like it used to be. So 0.08, 31,395. I always look at the S&P 500 for the main kind of signals here. 39.05 down 0.17. So it's pretty boring for the start of Friday considering the moves, but that doesn't mean that it's not about to get fun. Anything can happen when the real volume comes in. Remember, the analysis here is not going to be that much. Siddharth says that super chat might make it to the open. It looks like it. I think that's why Andre did it. He's just like, you know what? I need to have that thing there all day long. Oriex says at FX Evolution, can you please look at ARTL? Sure. ARTL pre-market. This is one that is up hard. 288. Let's go to the monthly. I'm sure you're excited with a 77% gain if you're in on this one. So it's cleaned that 20. Came very low. It has been high. It's been all over the place. What is this? It is in retail trade, which is terrifying in itself. Catalog specialty distribution. Okay. Where is the support resistance? Yeah, so it's kind of opening right around the first one, probably the most important one, $3. And then you've seen pumps before and then big move offs. So $4 would be around the next one. I just go with the dollar increments here. $3 should have selling pressure in it, especially with a gain like that. I don't know why the gains happened, but $3 is a level that I would be looking at, and then past that point, probably just under 4. Good luck with this one. Hopefully you do well. KC says, watch the gap at 509 and 351 on AMC. AMC 501. I don't know. You mean here to here? I think people get like a little bit too caught up in that stuff from a TA perspective, like gap filling and stuff like that. It doesn't happen that often. Gap fills are not that statistical. But there is, of course, some resistance pressure here. It's more, what I see it as is less of a gap and more of a range or a space that will fill at the participation phase of that move. How much is 100,000 CLP? It's about 130 something American dollars, Brain. So it was really, really generous. Oh, there you go. 140 USD. I think it was 137. Thanks for that, Simon. Tesla, yeah, let's watch Tesla into the open here. Tesla 802 pre-market. So this is actually going to be a very interesting one. In fact, let's load up our screen. Let's get ready. We're 5 minutes away here from the open, guys. We're going to load up a 4 screen today. Make all these dark quickly for you. Whoops, we didn't want to do that. There we go. So we're going to have Tesla up here. We're going to actually load Tesla into the 15-minute chart. Make that one a little bit bigger for you. Have that ready to go. Let's do that. I'm actually very interested in seeing this. This is a very important support level for Tesla. So the first couple of minutes are going to be stellar on that one. We will move this to the left. Just quickly set these up. Down here, we're going to have probably a pot stock. I'm going to have Tilray. Put Tilray down there. A 15-minute here on Tilray. Like to see how these things are moving. You guys like Tilray? Can we look at Disney? I'll look at Disney here quickly. But Disney has already had a great announcement. That level there, 190 getting choked out. Resistance break. That's nice. Very nice moves here on Disney. Look, it's a great company. You guys know I love Disney. I loved it at 120. I loved it at 90. I loved it at every price that was cheap. I don't particularly think it's great here, but I do think it'll move up at your steady pace. Disney Plus should continue to do well. That's their main kind of growth right now. And then once everything opens up, hopefully they can go back to making some sweet money. So let's get these 15 minutes ready. Let's get up US 500. You can see with Disney, it was on that steep incline as well with that consolidation. So US 500, 39.05 right now. And we will put here, I'm feeling probably just US 100. Scale that up for you guys as well. Set it up. Okay. All right. So we're pretty much ready here for the pre-market into the market. 3 minutes to go. 15 minutes are set. We can see all the markets opening here. US 100, S&P 500. We got the Tilray set to go at 29.50 right now. We've got Tesla literally trading 1.19. We will be off very soon. This is going to be very, very interesting open here. I'm ready. You guys ready? What are you buying today? Put it in the room, guys. Whatever you're buying today, whatever you're looking at getting into today, chuck that in the room. Let the community know what you're looking at. Put the code in right now, and we'll see how it goes. George says, I might buy into Disney. I like Disney. Price is everything. Supposedly ETH moving maybe. Good luck everybody for today. Absolutely. Let's get the hype up. A few people. Tesla is Dan's. Sell the US 30 is Conrad Jupiter 77s. Take 2. Sell WTI. PLTR. Yeehaw, let's do it. Disney, Alibaba. Alibaba's an interesting one. SPCE, ACP. See, it's interesting to see what people say. Disney as well. Man, if you guys buying Disney, that's interesting. Selling Tesla, Charlie says. Okay, so that's a counter on the 800. Probably looking maybe around that level. We've got 800.72 pre. 129.40. We are about to come in here. What is Tilray going to do? That was a crazy one. We've got Take 2. We've got SNDL. Here we go, guys. 10 more seconds. We don't have the bell ready for today, but here we go. Open. Coming in. 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. Let's go. Open. Woo! Straight away. 801. 801 for Tesla. Tilray opens 28.90, 28.81. It's pretty brutal. Sundial 190. Tilray continues to take the pressure. 13,695 for the Nasdaq. Some buying, some selling, all over the place here. S&P 500. Tilray finding some support. Tilray now down 29, kind of flat. 28. Tesla getting through the 800, 794, 795. I've seen some interesting kind of sell pressures on Tesla as well here. All right, Tilray continues to kind of hold around these zones. All right, let's do a couple of things there quickly. US 100, 13,685. So the S&P 500 is actually going up. The actual Nasdaq's going down. This is pressured by, guess what? This one here. I would say it's this one here. Let's have a look at the Webull kind of move over here. Percentage change into today so far. Seagen, Dex, Tesla, these kind of stocks moving hard here. By the way, Tilray now only down. It's now above 30, 30, 46, 30, 70, 30, 75. It's really moving a little bit hard, starting to get through. These are all the kind of things that we're seeing going on. Tesla now 271. You just see how much it smashes around the Nasdaq. Look at it, put the pressure on the Nasdaq at the same time. I'll go over to the chat. I don't even know where the chat was. Where have I got the chat? I had a trade I had to set up there. Sorry, boys. We did get a donation. Oh, I've got to go up. I hope I didn't miss anything. $77, $5. Robinhood, amongst others, have been subpoenaed because of the GME AMC debacle and set up market manipulation, of course. Good. Good. Thank you very much, Sandola, for the donation and the news. Let's see what happens with that one. We might try to find that out. Again, Nasdaq copying it at the same time S&P is not. February is generally a bad Nasdaq month, but this just proves that the Tesla is part of it. 31.44 on Tilray. 31.44 on Tilray. Is anyone in that one? Did anyone get into that? Yes. GME looking up. Oh, yeah. GME 52.25. All right. Let's get rid of the S&P for a minute here. Let's get the GME. Did we hit 55? We hit 54. Okay, 54. Welcome to everyone that's coming to the stream today. If you enjoyed this stream, please remember to subscribe, of course. Hit the like button if you enjoy it. 585 there. Tilray coming under pressure. Hit the 20. Got 31. What is it? 31.29. This is pretty wild. 191 for Sendel. Matthew says Sony and Disney are my tanks lately. SPCE down 11. SNDL moving. Tesla buyers buying it back up. Probably want a 15-minute or 1 hour close above 800. We are testing below here for the first time. GME coming back under sell pressure. Went up a couple of percent, then all of a sudden sold back off 50.52. Tilray trading around 30. PK subband says net goodbye. Net certainly around support. I'm not sure the price today for it. Tilray now putting pressure back on the $29 flat. Chunch $2.99 says what the heck is SOXS? Sendel 186. Wow, look at the pressure come back under Tilray right now. SOX. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. That's not the best candle setting up there. Direxon Shares ETF Trust. Whoa. Bit of a hammering coming in there for the Nasdaq. February, the worst performing month for the Nasdaq traditionally. But this is mostly led by, I believe, probably Tesla and maybe one other share or stock that's in it. This one here, we got a thing, SOXS. I need to look at the daily here. That looks 3 times short, maybe? This is bad. So this is like an anti... What is this? Against semiconductors. Oh, it's a short for semiconductors. That's terrible. And you can see how bad it's going. It's going to go bust. And they'd have to reset. That's the short there. That just shows you 3 times leverage short. That looks pretty bad. All right, let's go back. GME again. Buying pressure comes back in here at the 48, the exact point that's been bought up previously. 188 for SNDL, Tilray 28.52, 28.60 right now. So it's only one day pretty much, and we've put pressure on these weed stocks super backwards. I would have thought, considering there is some fundamental pressure behind these stocks, that these would have held a bit better here. I do feel like Tilray's got a chance of going green today. KO looking for breakout. Where is the best place to learn the basics of this type of analysis? Well, I guess I'd say my course, man, that I wrote, Stephen. We can go on fxevolution.com. You can definitely join our private Discord community. It's got a lot of people that trade really well in there and share the stuff. Otherwise, babypips.com is a pretty good free service. I don't like some of the things they have, but it's free, so there's your free alternative. Kind of get what you do there, but I do think Baby Pips is all right. GME still finding the 48 supply kind of area. Tilray holding, SNDL 1.92, AMC 576 up 2.83, so doing better than GME right now. AMC crowd 282 is good. Coming into the first 10 minutes of the market open, it's been an interesting one. We certainly have seen movements. Bitcoin's actually getting dumped hard, 46.87, 46, well, not dumped hard, but definitely dumped $1,000. I'm not sure if that's across all coins yet. We'll go and have a look. Let's quickly load this up. A lot of coins seem to have declined a little bit there. You'll notice this is, oh, that just updated. Ethereum kind of holding, Cardano holding, XRP coming under some sell pressure. Gold 18.12. Market continues to move. Let's load up the movers and the shakers and the big James. Illumina, sorry, 7.87. PayPal 3.8. So PayPal's really coming through. Where's that Square? Is Square in this? No. Losers so far: Dexcom, Zoom taking another hit, Match, Tesla, Twilio, Enphase, Splunk. Splunk is an interesting one. Very underperforming tech is Splunk. Tilray now above 30, US 100 showing signs of recovery. $800 on Tesla, still where we need to see the close. KC says Tilray holding the 1 hour 200 SMA. Surely Tilray goes green. It's just super unusual to see a stock like Tilray go from like a 70 down to a 30 and not find some bounce. Here we go. Tesla's trying to hold that 800, guys. 5 more minutes, we'll get the 15-minute candle. Can it do it? Can it hold? I think that would be very nice. There we go. Tilray coming through. Tesla buying coming through. Nasdaq back to recovery. GME back to about 50. Dollar index still holding 90-70-ish area. Twitter is doing good. Yeah, Twitter's on a run. I don't doubt Twitter can do okay for a while as a stock once it's in hype. But the problem I have with it is the volatility of the downside when it goes through. Tilray coming back hard. SNDL now above 205. So 204, sorry. Weed stocks are coming back in. In fact, the whole market's bulling now. That was pretty interesting 10 minutes. We saw some relative declines there percentage-wise, especially with weed stocks, with a fairly decent recovery so far. Bitcoin, 46.9. Alan, yeah. What's going on with Bitcoin? Let's have a look. Flash dump there. 15-minute dump to 46.5. Continue. Oh, I'm very happy with that one. There we go. We went green for the first time on Tilray for today. Nothing wrong with that. I joined in on the fun. Siddharth, did you join? I know you joined, Siddharth. I so know you joined that one. Tell me whether you have Tilray, Siddharth. SNDL, yes, 205. I'll stay around. We've got to go 3 more minutes here. I want to see the 15-minute close on Tesla, top left. Samurai Jack says, what can we expect from a new stock? Talking about BMBL. If it's really new, this is the Bumble. With very little data, I generally expect it to IPO hot, usually moves up, creates green for maybe a day or a couple of days. And most people know my kind of thought process on the IPOs, especially tech ones, is they tend to fail over the next 12 to 18 months, and then I pick them up after that. I do that just because if I believe in the company, generally the earnings look kind of bad or the market doesn't know how to interpret it properly, and you do see weakness. Check out Snap, Twitter, Facebook, anything that's come out that's been a technology company. Siddharth, you did get some. Missed filled at 30.85. Oh, that's not as good as I thought you'd get. Yeah, I took a small place in the till just to get on top. Not that big. BMBL is a lame dating app, says Siddharth. Yeah, well, that as well. But the one I do not like, I like being part of the IPO. I like taking the money from the IPO, but I do not like usually holding a lot of these ones. But I need to know what the company is. And if it's a dating app, then that's what it's going to be. Kevin says, Tom, go buy an Ionic 5. An Ionic 5. What is that? Ionic 5. Genesis. Okay. Is it good? I'm going to wait a couple more years. I'll just buy my weird petrol engine cars and then one day I'll get one. US 100 now fully reversed. Went down as low as 13,654 and now it's bounced up. I assume SPX, yep, trading now 3,913. So there's the close for, lucky. Tesla holders will be happy. $800 holds again. Now any close underneath this 787 will trigger further hardcore selling. Siddharth says, cool 528 seconds. I totally believe it, Siddharth. Tilray's been pretty good for us today. Yeah, it looks cool. I've got it on the other screen. The Ioniq 5. Look at it. All of these are going to be eventually big competitors, but Tesla obviously has some very key advantages as well. All right, guys. Well, it's 1:46 a.m. Friday. We'll be coming back. We'll be making videos on the weekend. If you've enjoyed the stream, if you enjoyed everything we've done into the pre-open, definitely remember to subscribe. Video coming Sunday. Might even go live Monday, just talk about cryptos, and then for a little bit, and then we'll come in hard and strong Tuesday, Wednesday next week. We'll be live for the market, of course, as always. Another thing we forgot to kind of mention, if we're going to public holiday, generally we will have a green day. So let's see if that holds true. $800 the level to watch. Now put your pin bar down as well. You get a close under here for Tesla. That could be quite bearish. Definitely watch that one out. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. All thousands of you. We had over 25 or 30,000 or something people come and watch. Huge watch time as always. Amazing donations. Thanks for the support. And I'm so looking forward to showing you guys this intro if I can get it done. I think it's going to be very cool. So we should be able to run that one through. Well, at least I like it. All right. Bye-bye. Good luck. Enjoy the weed if you got in cheap today. Ciao.